Oh, shit. It's the first podcast. 2.5 Ricans.
The second first podcast.
This is Nick, the half a Rican. The one that's talking is Chris, the fat Rican. And the other one that's not talking because he's too into a Snapchat.
My fault that I'm looking at a fucking Batman phone case that is the Batmobile. This is kind of crack.
Stop lying, man. You looking at fucking selfies.
Tell me that shit is not crack. You want to get that? Selfies. And you can put it on your belt and be like, no, Batman.
That sounds mad retarded.
That sounds terrible.
Just to let you know, the podcast started.
I mean, if you was in Comic-Con, maybe that should be cool. Maybe anime bitches might be like, oh, that is fucking hot. But like in real life, in the real world,
anime bitches are freaky and they will dress up on some Sailor Moon shit. Don't act like you don't know what Sailor Moon is, neither.
And then you get to watch tentacle anime porn together. Like, I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know what the fuck you're into, but
all right. Well, to start this off, that's
the kind of bitches you're gonna get at Comic-Con.
I'm not editing this out because that's too much. But whatever. Just to get the plugs out.
Here, right?
Yeah, right. Just to get the plugs out. Before I mess it up later on.
We have sponsors?
I wish we did. I wouldn't have a second
job.
We
haven't even posted one yet. We already have fucking sponsors?
No, but I'm saying our plugs like...
Our sponsors are fucking Budweiser, and it's the king of beers. Highly refreshing. Hennessy. Boy. It's the liquor of champions. And fucking Wheaties.
Wheaties?
You could run faster and jump higher like PF Flyers.
And we're going to get sued by all these companies.
Anyway, they died and turned to Adidas.
We don't got any posts or pictures yet, but I think Andrew took enough selfies that we might post some stuff later on. But you can find us on...
He's posting it on his website. He's never posted on anything else.
One of the half-tuned Ricans.
Selfish motherfucker.
Anyway, shut up before I cut all your mics off. Now, this is very important because it's a lot of letters. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Gmail at 2.5 Ricans spelled out. Just spell it out, and you'll find us there. On Twitter, we're the number 2.5 Ricans, so you can hit us up on there too. Now, to begin the show,
I have a Twitter. Who uses Twitter still?
Everybody.
Nobody uses Twitter. They're all on the gram.
Especially famous people. Famous people use Twitter.
Who don't know how to use the gram.
The gram?
The gram. You just abbreviate it and call it the gram.
All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah, you're supposed to... Is this on?
Yeah, that one's always on.
A lot of people use Twitter. I've started beef with people. Ebro.
Oh, man, Ebro.
This nigga was like, oh, I hate that, Roger Goodell's doing his public address thing that he did recently. And I was like, mind you, every sport does it. Like, just being a little sarcastic, but just letting him know. Because I kind of don't like him, really. Like, there's something about him that annoys me. And he turned around and he tweeted me back, and he's like, no, I know. I hate it when all sports do it. Like, what? Like,
so,
but Twitter does kind of work in a way. Like, you could get followers, you could get people.
You could actually get response back from actual
celebrities.
people.
But you actually got to be, you got to say something that's important, like make them want to say something back to you. Don't be ignorant. Don't be stupid.
They reply to those too, though.
Some of them.
I've seen
Yeah, they get into those Twitter wars and they get in trouble.
And then it gets posted on TMZ and rather than sift through the shit, I wait for TMZ to sift through the shit and then
this
be like,
guy said the N-word. I'm like, what?
And then I get to watch hilarity for like 15 minutes. Like, oh look, fucking
Twitter
this guy got in trouble for cursing.
At the realist, 86, holla.
For real?
Like, this nigga just shamelessly plugged himself.
I know.
That's crazy.
That's messed up.
You didn't even plug the goddamn show, but you're gonna plug yourself.
I'm a celebrity.
I'm a celebrity.
I know you said it okay.
Celebrity.
I'm
a diva.
I'm on my El DeBarge shit today.
El DeBarge? Yep. That was funny.
Yeah, El DeBarge shit?
Oh, we should have showed you that before we started the podcast, but we'll talk about it next time. Anyway, let's get back to this shit. So you guys wanted to talk about Suge Knight, whatever the fuck happened with him?
I mean, how do you not know? How did you not see it?
I heard about it, but not like...
Suge Knight is like... You ever seen on Facebook those thugs? I know who everybody knows who he is. But you ever seen on Facebook how they do like the thug life post?
Yeah.
He is thug life for real because he ran over like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
Just and probably would have got away with it too.
If
he didn't turn himself in for some fucking reason.
Okay.
Even his lawyer looks like fucking thug life.
It probably is.
Looks like fucking John Gotti as a lawyer.
I think he's just trying to get back for the time he got knocked out at the barbershop.
Did you see the stars that were flying around his head when he was
right?
He's still like 6'7", like 500 pounds. Like he's huge.
Yeah, of course. But everyone used to fear him back in the day, like when NWA days. Even Dre was just like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
If you don't want that
You got my
producer
record?
jumping around in the background,
But
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why he was there, because from what he said, and then Dre said something different. He was going there for the fact
he
that
hung
wanted
Dre out
to-
the window and Vanilla Ice.
No, he didn't hung Dre out.
He
Vanilla
hung
Ice.
Vanilla Ice out the window, whatever.
But
He probably told Dre that he hung Vanilla Ice out the window.
he wanted to do a little peace treaty, and Dre was like, "Ain't nobody invite him for no peace or nothing like that." Yo, you know one of the people.
See, that's not what I heard at all. I heard that he
That's
went
the
in there
original story.
and like he hung Vanilla Ice out the window.
No, that's nigga. We
Then
talking.
he-
That's like '95. We're talking.
Then he went.
about.
Then he went to Dre and actually like threatened Dre for like his recording rights for his
I'm
records.
talking about when dude got hit with the car. I'm not talking about old shit. I don't care.
Oh, I thought he was in a movie or
This
something.
nigga
Like
threw piss in like some guy's face fucking back then. Like he's did a lot of ridiculous shit. Like I'm talking about that. But I just
He's
wanted to
goddamn maniac.
say the guy that he hit, like, because he hit like 2 people with the car. Whatever. I don't know who the guy is that he ran over, but the other guy hit with the car. Remember in Training Day, the guy at the end, the black dude, that the gang member, he had the gun to
yeah.
Denzel.
The blood.
Yeah, that he was an actual gang member. He was there. He got hit with the car too.
really?
Really?
Yeah,
Shit.
but he didn't get like seriously hurt, but he was there too because they were filming the NWA movie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, Dr.
feel like
Dre's
a
son
nerd
is
for
going to
knowing
be
all
that.
of
Not
this.
Dr.
You,
Dre.
you are a
Ice
nerd.
Cube.
You're a
Ice
nerd
Cube.
about like fucking certain shit.
I kind of want to see that movie though.
I'm
Like
dying
an
to see that
NWA
movie.
documentary.
I'm
Yo,
gonna be
Ice
the only
Cube-
white boy in the theater rapping to all the NWA songs.
Ice Cube-
Is it
son was
racist
just
to
like
say
him.
like how I can't wait for the movie and then like to wait for people to start dancing in the audience when they play like
That's what
NWA
they did
songs?
with Notorious.
You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like,
why I'm
and
happy
they
I
and they
didn't go
jump
see it
up
in
and
the
they
theater.
really talk during the movie. And I know it's gonna sound like mad racist, but it's like stereotypes
Yeah.
that black people talk in the back in the movies.
Yeah.
They really do. Like, like they really did that for Notorious. They was jumping up. They had a chick that was jumped up and
Singing
started
along
dancing.
to all the songs and everything.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's my shit.
I didn't go see it in the theater. I had the bootleg.
you got to see it in
So
theater
I
because you got to
watched
get
it.
the experience of the
I
fucking
didn't,
audience.
I didn't
and
want
shit.
that because I have my own look towards Biggie. I didn't want these fucking people that basically were born when he died, so they only know of his music but never actually seen of him, and then act like they're these biggest Biggie fans in the world, and then turn around right away and go bump Lil Wayne all day. Like that's I don't know. That irks me for being like an old head a little bit. I guess
You're
you could
purist.
say. Yeah.
You want it to be like
You still are old head though.
Like,
you,
I
you
rather
fucking
you told people
Yeah,
that
viejo.
grew up with that shit. Hey, like I remember watching the Hypnotized video. I was like, damn, I can't believe he dead, but I love this video and watching the ball bounce on the fucking words. Like, oh, like y'all niggas don't know that. Y'all didn't see that part in the movie because they
remember what
never
music
touched
videos
that.
actually look like that. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all don't even remember the movies he used to make. Him like Michael Jackson did it. He did it like. Yo, he used to make little mini movies in his videos, and they used to
and
be awesome.
it would actually cut the song
Yeah.
to play the movie and have fucking celebrities in the movie,
Yeah.
in the mini
Yes.
movie, and it was just a music video.
Did you see when Biggie's son was on Hot 97? You told me about it like a while ago when it first happened, and he bring I guess Biggie's son is starting to like do rap a little bit, and
Yeah,
I
he raps a
actually
little.
watched the video, and he bring like one of his white boy friends because he lives in California, and the guy I forgot what's his name that was interviewing him from Hot 97.
Hot 97. It was probably Rosenberg.
It probably was something like that. And basically, they said, "Oh, so like you're doing this," and he was asking him like, "Oh, you listen to your dad's stuff?" He was like, "Not really. Like I know of it, but blah blah blah." And it's kind of like he wasn't into it. Like he doesn't seem like he was into his dad's shit, and it's kind of sad because even I think he said it like, "Wow, man, like your dad was the greatest, like one of the greatest. Like you should,
But
listen
that's
to
a
his
hard
stuff."
thing to really live with too, because like they have on the ESPN. I know you probably seen the commercial, maybe flipping through that Snoop Dogg's son, like his
Oh,
middle
he's
son,
the football
player.
guy.
I knew he
Yeah.
used to play football, and I knew he was kind of good. But
He's
I
supposed to be
didn't
getting
think it was-
drafted and shit. or
Yeah, I
something
didn't know
like
it was gonna go to that point where now he's gonna be like a big college recruit.
Yeah.
And I was watching a little bit of it yesterday before the Super Bowl, and like he kind of said something that was kind of like cool and smart, like what made me kind of like him a little bit. He was like, "My father made his legacy. My father's done he goes around out here and he gets respect for what he's done." He was like, "I need to make my own legacy." He was like to the point where I might not even go to UFC because of the fact that that's my father's like favorite college and everything, but I want to cement myself as myself.
Make his own name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that's like
is cool.
kind of
I
like
that.
what he was saying about Biggie's kid. He's probably trying to make his own name, so you don't want to listen to his father's shit.
Well,
He wants to do his own thing.
No, but I understand that. But at the same
No, you
time,
don't. Do you really?
Yes.
Do you really?
And,
Are you a rapper?
Yeah.
You're like fucking
Deep down.
8 Mile, dude.
down.
There's no way.
Nah, I get what he's saying, but from the next point, the quick thing is like, you got to listen to that. Like, you can listen to the Ready to Die album and Life After Death, and if you really listen and you could boom boom like break down lyrics in certain points, and you listen to songs now, even when a guy freestyles or does like his mixtape and is quote unquote freestyling, they'll take a verse and you'll be like, that's something that Biggie probably said. Like that's something that Biggie, he flipped it. Like he said it this way. Like, cause these are like the Bible of knowledge, like to teach and get you like, it gets you there type shit. That's the whole thing. Cause I'm not in front. I never listened to like Rakim like that. I never listened to like Big Daddy Kane like that. And I know they were great rappers lyrically. But when it comes down to like, if you're a 90s, like late 80s kid, those are like the world. Nigga, you listen to Illmatic and you'll be like, this album's boring. Yeah, because you're not supposed to dance to this. You're supposed to sit there and listen to what he's talking about, what he's saying. Yeah. Like, you know?
Different type of way to listen to rap.
Yeah.
But I was getting at with the kid thing, I thought it was just sad that he didn't like, not saying that he has to like do what his father's doing, but just the fact that, like, I was thinking, you don't even listen to your father's shit, and he was one of the greatest. And it was just like, it was just sad seeing that, but then he tried to rap.
I don't think it's necessarily sad. I think he just, like wants to do his own thing, doesn't want to be influenced by his dad. I think he wants to just make his own name. And listen to shit that he likes himself. Like, do you listen to all the shit that your parents listen to?
Yeah. That's why I like
I'm not
everything.
Gonna front. Like, I listen to a good amount
of
shit.
All right, well, fuck y'all, because they both just proved my point wrong, because I do too, but still. Like, I guess if I'm trying to be a rapper.
No, but it's not even just that. Like, I understand what you're saying, like, because some comedians say they don't like to listen to other comedians. Because
then you end up subconsciously taking somebody else's shit.
And I understand that, but at the same time, it's just like.
So you kind of like, these kind of could be in the same category as that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of like you can't not be into that category of music and not listen to him. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying.
I don't agree. I think if you
like,
really if you really want to be a rapper, I don't think you need. I don't think 100% you need to listen to like, oh, these are like the top fucking 10 albums of all time.
No, you have to, because when you listen to Biggie albums, if you actually listen to Biggie album, and you ain't gotta be embarrassed if you ain't actually listen to a whole Biggie album. It's okay.
Really? Did he just you ain't gotta be embarrassed. Put me on blast right now? He's trying to call me out.
When you listen to Biggie albums, like, it connects, like, and this is something that you could get from even an Eminem album, where you kind of get like when he threw the random skits, but it connected with it. Like, you get a story, you get like a concept, this, like that. You don't get shake your booty over here. Now I'm selling crack. Shake your booty once again.
That, I mean, every other rapper does that though. Like,
a good amount of rappers now do that though.
Well, yeah, now
that's what I'm saying. Like, these people don't understand that, and that's where I think he's trying to basically get at. Like, because if you listen to shit like that, like the people who actually are influenced by shit like that, like Kanye West listened to everybody and their mother, like from Chicago, listening to Jay-Z, all of that. And they had more conscious rap and shit that made sense at a point in time. Jay-Z now just wants to rap about fucking pictures on his wall and think he the shit.
Not only him, a lot of people doing that shit.
Nah, I know, but I'm just saying. But like, there was a point in time like that, like Kanye West said before, like,
even people who just got famous are rapping about how much money they should.
Like Common, like everybody knows who Common is. Common
Sense, drop the sense.
Great rapper throughout his whole career and rapped about real shit, and that's one of the reasons why when Kanye was starting up, he rapped the way he rapped and rapped about actual shit before he became money. And the same thing with Lupe. It's like, you just got to find the right influences and stop listening to like people like Lil Wayne. Like, don't get me wrong, but Lil Wayne was kind of the driving force to the bullshit rap. But Bling Bling, like, Bling Bling was an ill song when it first came out.
And then you get people like Young Thug, who you can't even understand half the fucking shit that he said. I like that song just because strippers enjoy that song.
What song? I didn't.
He said "Back That Ass Up."
Oh, that's classic.
See, I couldn't co-sign with you on that one. Like that
that's
song.
Where like Lil Wayne started.
I don't even care about that. Like,
he had the best lyrics in there because everyone his wobble wobble part. That shit was mad funny.
Like, and I just like to watch the stripper bitches just wobble wobble. Like,
those are her rats.
Yeah. Even like
that's okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Bullshit with me, like, nah, don't get me wrong. Like, those people, like that part of New Orleans, of the Southern rappers, for them, they had their time and they were good. Maybe it was just money, like, to the point where they were like, I don't know what else to rap about, so let me rap about money and just random shit. And that's why they do what they do now. But there was a time, like, I was a big Lil Wayne fan all the way up to the Carter 4. I gave him credit all the way up to the Carter 4. Then I heard the Carter 4, and I was like, nigga, was it jail, drugs, or you just really lost anything to rap about?
I mean, like, have you heard 50 Cent put out an album like his original albums in a while? Have you heard any of
that's
any
because
of
50 Cent,
of
this is the problem with 50 Cent. Because 50 Cent is not a bad rapper, but he's not a great rapper. When he first came out, he had so much buzz, so much hype, so much push, everything. And 50 Cent is a person that he's even said himself, he's not going to change the way he is. We all know what 50 Cent has a fucking TV show on Stars. Like, and it's a great show. And it's about selling drugs. And he's going to be in the fucking next season. But nobody really believes that you're still selling drugs or killing people or doing that. So it makes it a little bit harder for...
Now when you're living in Connecticut.
Yeah, it's harder for people to connect to it. And don't even get me started with that Connecticut shit because half of the people that you think live in New York don't fucking live in New York.
Whoa.
So
I felt a little hostility coming at me on that one. Like, I'm saying rappers live in fucking New York and they automatically sell drugs. Like, I'm just listening to lyrics like, yeah, he really did that shit.
Fuck Jay-Z.
Jay-Z really sold like 50 vials of crack just now. Like, no, what?
We all know Jay-Z does not live in Brooklyn still, does not live in New York.
No, he lives in a fucking big-ass house in fucking Hamptons or some crazy white area.
He bougie. Like, and people will turn around and be
bougie.
Like... What? I said it wrong?
No, I was just...
It's just funny that you said that word. Like,
but I was
when you say certain stuff, we just... We laugh at the way you say it.
I was trying to be the hype man in the background.
We laugh at when you make up words and when you can't say real words and when you use words that don't normally come out in your vocabulary.
That's how I work.
That's how it works.
But nah,
we don't trust your vocabulary.
It's just the way that is. It's like, shit, I'm trying to think of who it was again. I can't remember the rapper, but I'm gonna give you another rapper right now that he's kind of relevant. Like people have listened to him. He had a popular song for a little while. Troy Ave.
Yeah.
His album New York that he put out, like I kind of like looked past it, and then one day I was listening to an interview, and like his interview impressed me, and I decided to download it and listen to it, and I was like, wow, this is classic New York style album. He sounds a little bit like 50, old 50, and he has his own little thing to it, which is great. And he's an actual really smart dude. Like, they would ask him about, like, the drug use, like how now we got Wiz Khalifa and we got, Papa Marty, I'm sweating, woo. And he turned around.
Forgot all about that fucking song.
Yeah. He turned around and he was like, it's funny to me because of the fact, like, how I grew up, because he's around our age. He was like, we didn't have that. Like, nobody was talking like that. Like, when did it become cooler to be the drug user than the drug dealer? Because it's 100% true. Like, why do you want to be the drug user, nigga? Like, really?
Because drugs are fucking awesome.
Like, you know, like, but that's like
got mad serious. I had to like
for real. Like, but you did make a point. Like, you both had a point. So I was just like, yeah, Andrew. I was like, he's like, yeah. And then Chris is just like, because drugs are good.
Yeah, true. That's true too. Like, that Molly be having me tripping. Like, he dancing with glow sticks and all types of shit.
A lot of shit. Like, I can't front like that quote kind of like it got to me because I was like, fuck, yo, all this shit I listen to all that, and I was like,
I felt like I just shot that quote down though.
Nah, you really didn't, because
I really had like a valid point.
Go
like,
right ahead and go pop all your pills and do all of that, but half them niggas get caught or fucking have no career. Like, Snoop Dogg is still around, but all he does is really smoke weed, and people respect his
Wiz
weed.
Khalifa
like,
drives a fucking Lamborghini and smokes a bunch of weed.
Wiz Khalifa,
he's not even a great rapper.
No,
like that.
don't get it confused. Don't get it. Like, Wiz Khalifa isn't the greatest rapper, but he's a lot better than what you're gonna give him credit for.
Ooh.
Like,
yo, you see how offended he got? Like, he's cutting that WWE promo right now. He's like, you're gonna get offended.
I'm coming after you.
You're not gonna give him credit.
No, because I know Chris well
coming for you, Hogan.
To know how he looks at certain people, certain things, like with rappers, like Wiz Khalifa. That comment, like, I know he doesn't listen to a lot of Wiz Khalifa. He probably listened to a few of his pop, like the singles that came out.
But he got pop songs,
random like pop.
He raps like Juicy J. All right, just stop it.
No, he doesn't.
Stop defending him.
And
no,
they even say he raps like Juicy J is still a credit because Juicy
him.
J actually has a few bars. Nigga, like, you're crazy to think that.
Oh, what?
Like,
on Katy Perry's song?
That's how bad. Like, do you not even know Juicy J's career?
Yeah, he was 3-6 Mafia,
and 3-6 Mafia isn't a legendary group.
Yeah.
So then, where are you coming from right now?
Wow, I've offended him so much. He turned partially gay. Where are you coming from?
I know.
I don't understand this.
I can't even front. I just want to say this real quick on the last podcasting that we did when I did the high pitch shit and he
did it again.
I was dying laughing because I was like, damn, I went from deep as fuck to man.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the fucking podcast, he's like, yeah, this is Andrew talking with a deep Barry White voice right now. I'm hitting y'all bitches with that sexy shit, and then he's like, hey, where are you talking? Sounds like fucking Willy Wonka right now. The fuck is going on? How did you turn from Barry White to Willy Wonka? fucking crazy.
Because
I like when we press his buttons and just fuck him all up and he gets all flustered.
nah, it's hard as out of like.
It almost looks like he's turning red.
He's already getting flustered right now. He almost spit up the fucking drink.
I have a
just now
fucking
too.
heater and liquor going through my system. My body's gonna turn red, Nick. Fuck you.
Goddamn tomato right now.
Yeah.
Shut it off. There you go. Dead air. Come on, people.
That's
Wait,
when
I'm waiting for him to come up back and be like, "Where are you coming
Nah,
from?"
that's when Nick should have been like, next topic, boom, and we could have just went there.
You fail as a fucking
we
anchor,
went on
man.
a music tangent.
You got.
I know, but I thought you were gonna keep going.
Nah, you
man.
could've
No,
just-
you could have just jumped in and
All right,
like.
well,
This
I'm
is
gonna
what you're
cut
gonna
This
cut.
is
this
your
out.
job. You're
This-
supposed to.
all
You're
right,
supposed to be
this is
like.
where you
I'm
cut some
gonna
of
cut
it.
out.
Yeah. Well,
Hold on,
you
hold
could have
on,
like jumped
hold on.
in and been like,
Okay.
and be like, you know,
Okay, that
just
was
segued in,
Basically.
segued in with the next topic.
You ready?
You have to be creative. You have to come up. You can't just say, "All right, talk about this." You have to kind of like creatively get into the next thing.
How about you do it next time? Let's see how it goes.
We're all gonna take a turn.
There you go.
All right, fair enough.
Next time, motherfucker.
I'm gonna come up with
Thank you
some
so
funny
much.
shit and then just jump right into the next thing. And they can be like, "Oh man, you did such an awesome job. We're gonna make you the fucking permanent person to do it."
There you go.
You're just gonna
Exactly
be
what's gonna
you're
happen.
gonna be the giggling white bitch in the background. That's your that's your fucking role.
Yeah, I was
that's
so depressed listening to the other podcast.
that's all you did
A lot of it, yeah.
for like 90% of.
Yeah, for real.
But that's
Every time I notice all the speech impediments I have, like, I'm just like,
Did you?
I was just like,
you just
damn.
broke yourself
Yeah,
down.
right.
I
Like
was-
Jesus,
For real,
bro.
I was just like, God damn.
Are you that depressed?
No, it was just like when I heard myself, I was just
That was like me if I press
why
play
do I
as soon as I
sound
heard
like
my
that?
deep ass voice. I don't want to hear
I don't want to hear that shit. You're really gonna not. You're gonna turn it off on your deep voice. You're not gonna turn it on the fucking fairy voice.
that. No, I love my deep voice.
But
I'm
the,
getting
you
used to it.
you forgot the second part of it, the fairy voice.
Yeah.
So finish what you were about to say about the Snapchat before, like with the whole like.
That was not a good segue.
Yeah, that caught
What
me off
we
for a
were
second.
discussing before was that I don't know what Snapchat is, and Andrew was trying to explain this shit to me. So we could actually put that in right
Well,
now and
basically,
just
the
say
Snapchat goes
because he was taking retarded selfies, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to point that out. We don't have the video
You
up,
take
but
pictures, you take videos, you have
take retarded selfies of yourself making dumbass
it has
faces.
timeline. You could text
send it to
now,
people.
Apparently, from what people was like, oh no, you could text.
Don't act like you don't know how the fucking shit operates.
No, nigga, I won't even like 2 months straight, nigga.
He's
Yeah.
fucking lying.
So,
I wish we had a fucking lie detector. I would fucking connect this bitch right
you
now.
would lose. So like,
I probably would. I wouldn't connect myself. Just no. Just no. No. Moving right along.
like I was basically
It's
just
not about
saying,
me.
I just looked at the Snapchat like it was a funny thing because everybody has that attitude about like when you're in a relationship, you don't share your phones and da da da. You don't let the person see your phone if your phone's ringing. You don't be like, oh, pick it up. We're talking like all these stupid little things.
You
that
know,
people say.
you some sneaky shit when you put the fucking phone on the
Face
table.
down,
Yeah.
like all of that.
Face down on the
So
table.
it made me laugh when I first started using Snapchat because I was like, yo, I just seen the picture. I went to go look back to see what you said again because it went mad fast. I didn't read it because I was laughing at your picture.
You showed me a
and it
titty.
was
I
like
want to see it again, but it went away.
partially. And it went like, basically, yeah, it went away. Like you can't see it again. So
Send me the picture of your
yeah,
titty again,
exactly. You have
so
to-
I can take a screenshot within that 5-second allotted time limit that I
so
have.
it's a funny concept to me. I just thought it was like pretty interesting and a lot of people use it. So I was like, a lot of people just, you don't really look at fuck loyalty. Like niggas just want to do what they gotta do. Like you just, yeah.
Hey, I like he said, fuck loyalty.
Was that
we don't need to
was
be
that
loyal.
left like him fucking jerking off to a fucking Snapchat picture?
No,
He
I
was
say,
like,
yeah.
I think it was.
fuck
Nah,
loyalty.
I don't think.
Like I didn't understand
I
what
mean,
that mannerism was.
It's like,
that he was just
I
doing.
don't know if you could snap.
I think it's the way he's moving his hands too.
He's just like his hands are like he's fucking dancing
funny
bachata. I don't
shit-
know.
this
While
nigga-
sitting in the fucking chair, he's just
This
swinging
nigga
him
said
around.
jerk off to a Snapchat photo. Mind you, if you could get a nut off in 5 seconds,
Wow.
you have issues. Issues.
Hold on.
Swear to God, that never happened before. That first one's a squirrely one. It just slips right out. I don't even know.
Oh shit.
I guess I'm laughing because I want to say more, but at the same time, it's just,
That's why I'm just like, I don't want to get off the subject because I know we're not done with it. So I'm just kind of like,
but
go, go, hurry up.
Come on, man.
segue
Look,
good.
you gotta keep it going. You gotta keep this
question
shit.
me something. Give me
But
something
I don't
to
remember
work
what the
off.
fuck we were talking. Oh, the Snapchat. All right, I gotta stop smoking. So you never really. So basically, bitches send you a random picture of themselves,
Yeah.
and you have
Well-
5 seconds to look at it.
And
Well,
read
it
their
depends.
caption.
Should we do-
Yeah.
It
You
depends.
can't read in 5 seconds and
No,
look at
no.
it. That's way too much fucking multitasking.
Well, we're
you
trying
can
to
barely read it as it is.
What we're trying to tell you is that you could actually pick how many seconds, or if you want to do it for like a minute. I don't know what the top number is, but you could do it from like 1 second to like a minute or something like that.
So the bitches will give you like 10
Nigga,
seconds.
do you have problems today? Like, what the...
I know, right?
Don't judge me in my alcoholism. Just fucking refill me, all right? God damn it. This
Holy
is like
shit, that's like your fucking fourth
That's what I'm
drink.
saying.
this is
like,
my second cup.
I ain't even done with my first cup yet. I'm chilling, drinking.
I know, I'm trying to like
talking.
relax so
Yeah.
I could pronunciate shit right. I don't have like
Pronunciate?
pronunciate. Did I say
Pronounce?
that right?
I don't think that's right.
I said pronunciate.
How the fuck am I drinking on my second cup and then I'm saying words better than you are? I don't think
I
you
said
said the right word.
pronunciate.
I'm about to finish
I don't think
this
that's the
right
right
now.
word.
What
I mean,
is
it's not
it?
my fault. Yeah, bitches drink like
It's
bitches.
It's not pronunciate. It's pronunciate.
I don't think that's what
I
you said
enjoy
in the
my
first
liquor.
place.
I said that. I said
I don't
Henny,
think so.
pronunciate.
Henny.
I'll take Henny.
You ain't taking no fucking Henny. You got the E and J.
Go fuck yourself.
Finished.
I like how he puts me down, but it's all right. You're paying for the next drink anyway.
Nigga, I pay for the Henny.
You didn't pay for the Henny.
You pay for that big ass bottle with $20.
Yep.
How did a big ass bottle of Henny become $20? Nigga, your $20 bottle would have been this cup. This little ass.
Nobody told you to buy
fucking
Henny.
Bud Light.
I said I'll give you $20.
'Cause you're a sissy.
Whatever happened to us buying like cheap ass fucking like Georgie vodka or
Because we
something?
like-
Nobody buys Georgie vodka.
Nobody
That's-
buys Georgie.
Yeah,
I do.
I don't
Like,
need.
hey, listen,
no
times have been
nasty
tough.
ass Georgie vodka.
Why would you spend $20 on Georgie vodka when you could get E&J or Bacardi
Exactly. Something
or
a little bit better
Pinnacle
tasting.
or Sky Vodka or Absolute? Like you could get all this other stuff, and you get Georgie's that taste like rubbing alcohol.
It does. But you catch a buzz off it eventually.
So you get a buzz off everything.
And then wake up tomorrow with a retarded headache for no reason.
Yeah,
I don't get retarded hangovers.
this is Georgie's.
My body's already become used to being fucking
No, it's not.
inebriated.
From the guy who just knocks out and wakes up and is like, I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I know your head's throbbing.
When was that?
Every time you pass out here, and you're just like, all right, yo, Nick, let me out. you got
The goddamn weirdest security system in your fucking house. It's like I'm a
Fuck you
prisoner.
mean?
I'm like a goddamn prisoner in this fucking
you
house.
have an
sometimes.
alarm. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell does that mean? Like, they got lasers I didn't know about.
Yeah, that's the only way to get to the door. You got to crawl under them bitches and shit.
did they both just get a sleeve?
Yeah, they both got sleeves now.
How the hell did they do? Oh
they're
my
not
god,
poor
my
like
girlfriend
you.
came out. Oh my god, my girlfriend came out.
Yo, her ass is insane.
I'm watching wrestling. The Usos, that girl, what's her name? Naomi?
Naomi, a.k.a. Trinity.
Yeah. Oh my lord. All right, we're gonna have to segue soon. I'll cut this out.
I mean, we all three of
yeah.
us just started looking at the TV and
yeah,
just
just say
completely
something.
forgot we was on the fucking air
Just
right
say
now.
something, I'll pop up. I'm over here just pouring drinks. This is what I do. Like, I try to make
He's a
people get
bartender.
drunk.
He's a bartender trying to get people drunk. And
Even though it's a Monday night, I gotta go work tomorrow. But
who,
whatever.
who doesn't have to go to work on fucking Tuesday? Like if you don't work, really?
Like, you don't work on a
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Hey, who doesn't work on a Tuesday?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that'd be great if they do tag team, but it's the Naomi jumps in like she's the other like tag team Uso.
Yeah, well, they would do
She's just
that.
fighting a guy.
That would work, in all honesty, if they really wanted to.
I just want to hear Booker T fuck up and say, "I'm gonna go eat you, nigga."
Yo, he,
Like-
fucks up, he be saying some weird shit. I think it's because he's from Texas. I'm gonna be closer this way.
I feel like he probably be smoking a lot.
I think he does too.
I think they all do some kind of drug.
Nah,
We're
because
talking
they
about
get drug
wrestling
tested. They get drug tested like every 2-3 weeks. They really get randomly drug tested like randomly. The shit is insane.
All right, so Chris, did you watch the Royal Rumble since we're talking about wrestling anyway?
I didn't watch the Royal Rumble, but I heard a lot about it. I heard it wasn't great. I heard the Rumble kind of sucked.
It depends on what part you're talking about.
The
Because
entire-
there's a lot of things that
the
I could
Rumble
give
in
you.
its entirety.
No, because
It's in its entirety.
you could have watched the Royal Rumble and like you would have appreciated seeing Bubba Ray Dudley come out. You know, you would have been like, "Oh shit, it's Bubba Ray Dudley," and you would have been like, "Yay!" You know, is my shit even on still?
Yeah, we hear you. You were just
Yeah. I'm mad confused right
no.
now.
It was Chris.
We had
Because I'm watching him.
we had
I'm
a
like, what the hell's going
microphone
on?
moment right now. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway,
all right, I mean, we might as well
no,
just put it out there, like, because basically I was giving Nick credit for an actual good segue as a fucking anchor
Yeah,
for
yeah.
once.
Because we were talking about wrestling.
Because he kind of,
yeah.
but he kind of like smoothly went into
Yeah.
No, I
wrestling.
know,
Like he
and it
didn't,
was good. It was
he
good.
didn't
I'm
stumble
learning,
it, and
son. I'm
I gave him a
learning.
little thumbs up and,
Yeah.
and just started cracking up because he was like, "Yeah, I did it.
Right.
I didn't fuck
Yeah.
this
Quick
up."
breakdown. We are not professionals. We are just starting. You have to understand that. So there might be some
Yeah.
flaws. There might be some things. If you want to troll, come holler at me because
Please.
I will roast you.
2.5Ricans at gmail.com.
This guy think he's
Fucking
say
roast
something.
you.
I'll
Do
Pretty
not
sure he's
play
Kevin
with
Hart
me.
right now.
Please say something.
Please.
Anyway, haters is great. I love to have haters.
I mean,
but anyway, going back to the Royal Rumble.
Haters is still like fans essentially.
Yeah, they are. Oh, damn, she's just shaking and everything.
But Royal Rumble.
Good Lord, you can't be anchoring distracting us
Well,
watching
listen.
TV.
We can talk about.
I'm distracting myself just watching this girl jump around.
We can talk about the Royal Rumble match. We can talk about the Triple Threat match.
Well,
and
let's
that's
talk-
really the two
You know
that
why?
really are important to talk about.
Because the thing I wanted to say about the Royal Rumble, the reason why the Royal Rumble itself sucked is the same reason why I told you. It was kind of like when you had Bubba Ray Dudley come in and everybody was surprised. Surprised. And
Whoa,
happy.
how many cups have you had? Judging me on my cups
This
and
nigga
shit.
wanted the Henny.
Right?
He can't. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. Judging me on my liquor. And there was dead air for like 20 seconds.
I
Like,
did that on purpose just to stare at you.
like, what the fuck just happened
Anyway,
there?
no, but the whole Bubba Ray thing, when he came in, everybody was mad happy. Like, oh, he hasn't been in wrestling for 10 years. And then, like, he did his little thing, and then they kicked him right out. And right after that, it was just like one person out the ring, and then another person out of the ring. And it was only that one guy in the ring for that whole time.
All right, no.
Like, there was no chance to build up. There was no chance for anybody to get, like,
you don't need
excited.
to build up any. That was a completely different thing what people is not seeing. It's kind of getting overlooked. They're trying to build Bray Wyatt. That's why they made Bray Wyatt look so dominant. They messed up on the cue when Bray Wyatt cut the promo real quick in the ring, and he was like, whoever comes in, he was going to eliminate and beat them. It was supposed to be Daniel Bryan. It was not supposed to be fucking Long Island's own Zack Ryder. Who the fuck is this fuck about Zack Ryder?
Who the fuck are most of these people that you just named?
But that was basically
That's why you're not doing this.
was supposed to happen. Like, they were supposed to do that. Like, it was supposed to be a build-up because Bray Wyatt is still a 50-50 chance that he and Undertaker will wrestle at WrestleMania.
Really?
So, yeah, there's still a high chance because there has yet to be anything saying that he's not medically ready, so he could easily come back out of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
would-
that's
I
why
would
they work
think-
that way. Like,
since
they're
it-
trying to make him stronger as a character. Because everybody, like, he got the Cena treatment, which he was a great promo. His wrestling is decent. But you wrestle John Cena and you basically get buried because it's hard as hell to get a win on TV over John Cena because he's the poster boy.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous, but that's how it works.
Because he's kind of like, since there's no Stone Cold Rock or anybody who's good anymore, like he's kind of like,
Well, there's
It's not
other
that there's
people-
not people that are not good. It's that they don't have the charisma that you're, I guess, looking for. But if you watch it in the wrestler's fan aspect and you watch how they wrestle, like Seth Rollins, you'll look at Seth Rollins and you already judged him off of the fucking hairstyle thinking he's fucking Jeff Hardy. He wrestles Jeff Hardy.
he fucked himself like up like that.
He fucked himself
But-
up for yourself, not for anybody else. For
I've
yourself.
seen him wrestle, and he actually,
Like-
he's like what, 6'11", jumping off the fucking top
nigga,
rope and
he's
shit.
probably like
Short as hell.
6'6", maybe 6'5", around that range.
He's 6 foot jumping off of shit. Like he's high flying.
Yeah.
Like
But
I
he's
give him
good,
credit
though.
for that. Like he's a great wrestler.
But he doesn't do like
entertaining
normal
and
shit.
shit.
And every time, like when he
Like
was
he
fighting
does
Brock,
like jumping, spinning heel kicks at 6 feet tall. Like
I know.
If you've seen the fight that we're about to talk about next,
But wait, can I just say
Yeah.
something real quick? Like right now, this match right here, we're watching the Usos versus fucking Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Cesaro is freaking amazing as a wrestler, and he's freakishly strong. Like you might look at him and think like, oh, he average. Like that average looking dude that lifted Big Show. Like he is a beast. Like he is a really, really good wrestler. But since he's from Switzerland and he has that accent and his promos aren't like crisp and great, it quote unquote holds him down in the company. But as a wrestler, I have yet to meet anybody who watches wrestling as much as like I do, or maybe even more, that will say like Cesaro is a bad wrestler. Cesaro is freaking awesome.
yeah. And when he was a part of that "We Are the People"
Yeah.
thing, everybody loved him. And as soon as he went into
that.
what's his name?
Cesaro's the dude who just got kicked in the fucking face just now.
Yeah. But he's really good. He really is.
He's
And
playing a bad guy. You know, bad guys have to take certain type of bumps, certain things you have to sell
Kick
for
in
the
the
good
fucking
guy.
face
But you're selling it for the good guy.
from some Samoan jungle guy.
This is
Samoan
from
jungle.
another Samoan
Why you
that's
getting so
that's
racist?
Rakishi's
Why
kids.
is that racist?
You said Samoan Jungle Guy.
You just sound like a
Like,
hater right now
I
because
know,
you don't
right?
know shit.
I know.
How is Samoan jungle guy racist? Is that
Because that's
immediately?
like saying Jungle Bunny. It's
that's
like,
that's racist. I didn't call him a. He's not even.
I said it's basically like calling him a Jungle Bunny. Oh, they lost. She said she's going to divorce him. Come to me. It's all right.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be her next option. That's her go-to. She's gonna like break up or divorce
girl.
or whatever they do.
I got a podcast,
And
girl.
she's gonna come after you and
Nice.
jump on the podcast.
See,
and
why are
shit.
you hating on me right now, Chris? Just because I like this girl that's on TV?
I'm hating on that fucking Mr. Rogers fucking sweater you have there. What is that?
Would you like to be my neighbor?
No, you creepy pedophile. You fucking weirdo. I bet you're on the sex offenders registry.
Wow, Chris.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I
why you
don't
gotta
even
go
know
so
what.
deep
Yeah,
with shit.
there was a little anger there.
I know, right?
Anger in that one.
That was, I don't know what I'm drinking right now, but it kicked in.
Deep down inside, nigga, you drinking dark liquor. We drinking that Henny E&J ish here, nigga.
Did he just censor himself?
Ish. Yes.
Did you censor yourself? Really?
Because nigga, sometimes
I don't got
cursing
buttons.
doesn't always matter. When
Yeah.
you censor yourself, it makes it sound good too.
maybe.
Jeez, uppercut.
Chris is mad because he likes to say thought.
I like to say mythical words like that, like thought and
Mythical words like that? Are you fucking serious? Nigga
Yeah.
said it's mythical.
it's mythical because it's not an actual like real word. It's like
There's
fucking.
nothing
It's like
more.
minotaur. Like
There's nothing
Minotaur's a
more.
real word. It's a real creature.
it's like it's not a real thing. It's just
I saw it in
kind of say it
too.
once in a while. Can
I
make
hate-
that weird connection between the two words.
I hate that word thought so much, and I hate how everyone uses like.
What was
just
the other
call-
word? What
It
was the
is
other word that I
annoying.
used that I get pissed off about?
Damn. What's another one? Bay. Is
Yeah,
that it?
Bay is so
I
stupid.
hate Bay. I hate thought.
Who the fuck is Bay?
What is a Bay?
Yeah.
Like,
Bacon
what
and
is-
eggs. Bacon and eggs. It's an acronym. That's what I've
It
associated
you
with.
know what? It makes sense if you use it in that way. Like, can I get a bait? But it still looks stupid when you say it to a person making you fucking
If I
food.
went, to
You got to be a lazy motherfucker to use like those like just when you're
Three
typing
letters.
it. That's what you want to use.
You know how much
like,
thug life
yo,
you
give
had
me
to
a
be to say some
bait.
shit like that when you had like a fucking stuffle bagel at the 4 stores and be like, "Yo, let me get a bay." Like what? Like nigga, what the fuck are you talking? About? Like,
Yo, that's
I
my
got
bae
18
right there.
chains, 2 guns.
we could get you a thought and some weed, but I don't know about a bay. Like that's what the fuck are you talking about right now? Especially at the 4 stores, you will leave with some weed before you leave with a bay. Like,
Hell yeah, nigga! I've gone up to the 4 stores and had like 5 people ask me about it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You probably end up with a thought too. There's
I
two
mean,
around the
it
corner.
ain't gonna be a clean one. It's
Well,
gonna be used and
They're not
What?
ever clean if
yeah,
they're a thought.
you know what
basically.
thought stands for, Chris?
those hoes over there, something like that.
That hole over there.
Whatever
So
the fuck it
when
stands
is
for.
a hole clean? You ever seen a clean hole?
It's hoes from Hustle and Flow. It's hoes and bitch out back or something.
I
Yeah.
can't do it.
That shit is crazy. I love that movie.
Nah, that movie was a really good movie. Some people don't like it. Some people don't.
Andrew loves what's the white girl's name? Nola,
Nola,
whatever the fuck.
yeah,
Snow
I
Bunny.
want to scratch that bitch up and you go do this shit for me.
Wow.
Give
Are
him a
you feeling better,
microphone.
right, Turner?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's gonna come back here with a $200 microphone. How'd you get that?
Don't worry about it. Typical fucking Puerto Rican answer. Don't worry about it.
Trust me.
God damn it, it
by
fell off a
Friday,
milk truck.
By Friday, I could have a nice one because I'm gonna go look at some and I might get my own.
Is he really a pimp? Is he really a pimp? Did he just turn pimpish on us? Like, by Friday, I'm gonna have
Because
one.
it makes sense.
My hoe
like,
gonna get it.
I know I could get me a nice mic, and I know I could find me one where I could get a nice one. So I might have to go do that. Yeah.
He's just
Where-
gonna get a flashy one that's not necessarily like.
What
nice.
you mean flashy? What's flashy?
Like you're gonna want this all like bedazzled out and shit, and you'll be
fucking
like,
bedazzled.
"Oh shit,
What
it's
is-
glowing."
They got
Who the
bling
fuck
bling.
uses bedazzled like
did.
as a fucking like
Yo, this game right here. is
bedazzled
crack, son.
out?
I know this is mad random, but this game right here, nigga. This game right here.
What game is this?
This is the shit that I showed you before. The Order.
The Order. Oh yeah, you showed me this.
This shit
Oh,
is-
is it like the
is,
werewolves, but
yeah.
like oldie time?
This shit is gonna be crack.
The Order. Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
No, and I
Yeah.
want to real quick throw this out there
Yeah.
because I was gonna start
I've
watching.
seen the
I've seen
I was gonna
inside
start
thing.
watching, but this gets me so mad.
He's like, oh yeah, brother. Let me
Ooh,
tell
and
you
he's doing
something
the-
about
he's
Game
doing
of
the Macho Man
Thrones.
hands and everything.
Like
You see that?
Yo,
Like, he's doing
his
Macho Man
hands
fingers right
are
now.
Still Macho Man. Like I want a
He's-
Slim Jim right now.
Like, you see the way you, oh yeah, let me tell you something, brother.
In the hell
Yeah.
are people paying $15, $13
Yeah.
to go to the movie theater to watch the end of the season
Because
that you
good.
already watched?
Oh, for that? No, I don't know.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I
The
guess if
last
I name the
season,
characters,
Elaborate.
it's not doing
The
that.
last season, the last
Sorry,
season that
people.
just finished.
The last season of what?
The last season of the Game of Thrones that just finished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The last 2 episodes. 'Cause I was talking to my friend about it.
Khaleesi.
She went to go watch it.
She was hot.
She went,
And
she
her
went-
slave girl.
She
like,
went to go watch
Yeah,
it.
both
at
of them could
IMAX.
get it,
You
like-
know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll-
For not having any type of
I'll wait.
pigmentation in her skin. and fucking white hair and like
this white girl, the Dragon Queen.
I've seen her before.
She's gonna be the girl in the new Terminator movie.
Yeah, but real quick,
people
are
pretty much
literally
naked for like the entire first half of the season.
Yeah, she was naked in a fire. You get to see her titties.
I thought y'all would know this, at least him, because
we sound desperate as shit right now.
Yeah.
I want you to know.
No,
like I was thinking about it right now, and I'm like, wow, that sounds like we just fucking watched
don't do that.
like
we're
Game of
appreciating
Thrones.
a beautiful woman.
Can I finish? This is why we never gonna have.
Because we always cut Andrew off, and we just kind of
try to make a point, and then
do
you're
it.
just like,
we do it on purpose.
Yeah.
At this point, look at him. He's getting
let me
more and
just
more
say-
frustrated.
Not because I just want to say, because I'm just
want to say
saying.
something. Can I say something?
Nick,
No, you cannot say nothing.
Nick's like the more of the movie person. Like he'll
I
go
am.
spend $12 to go watch a fucking movie all
Hell
the
yeah.
time. But
Actually, I downloaded now for free.
the fact to go watch the end of 2 seasons where you could watch it on HBO Go or just download the shit. Why? Because it's an IMAX? You don't got surround sound? You feel that desperate?
I wouldn't do that personally,
that is
but I
stupid.
understand certain things people want to see on the big screen. Like, I always say, like, Paranormal Activity. If you watch that at home, it's not as good as the theater. Like, the first one I'm talking about. Like,
It's different, though.
yeah, but I know it's different, but I think just super fans want to see it on the big screen.
I'm not
like,
going to go watch the last 2 seasons of Breaking Bad, and I love Breaking Bad.
I know, but that's just certain crazy fans. Like, you get Uber, especially when it comes to the, what they call it, Sword and Shield kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You get the medieval fair kind of fan people that go in there and they're just like, they dress up like
The LARPers or whatever the fuck they call it. I want to piss
No,
off somebody
LARPers are the
today.
people who dress up like teddy bears and have sex.
No,
That's
not,
LARPers.
no, that's not LARPers.
That's LARPers.
That's fuzzies or some shit like that.
I don't know. Somebody look it up. Chris, you're on your phone.
I'm pretty sure it's fuzzies.
LARPers and fuzzies. Look that up.
Why do I have to put this weird shit on my fucking Sprint account right now? Like,
Because I would
looking
never
up
forget
LARPers and
which.
fuzzies.
I can't wait to watch the movie, the Entourage movie, in one of the episodes when they have drama.
I know
go and
fuzzies
get the
is
whole
where
thing.
the people dress like fucking
Yeah,
bears.
that's what we
and fuck
basically
each
were
other.
saying.
Yeah.
I thought it was LARPers.
No,
Nah, it was
that's
fuzzies.
fuzzies.
Oh.
I'm gonna look up what is LARPers.
LARPing.
A
That
LARPer
sounds-
or LARPing, yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking iguana or something.
some medieval time-ish.
Well,
LAR pers.
Nigga, you the best speller here. Shut up.
stop that. I know,
Wait,
right?
say that again so we
You
get
the
on
best speller
fucking
here. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
live action role playing game.
Thank you.
LARP is a form of role playing game where the participants are physically act out their action, the character's
Dungeons
actions.
and Dragons kind of thing. Okay.
The players pursue goals within a fictional setting represented by the real world while interacting with each other in a character. So they basically act out like fucking hobbits and
Like role models. If you watch that
Yeah,
movie,
yeah,
Role Models.
exactly
But you know
like
what?
that. That's
they
pretty
made it,
much
They
it.
made it kind of look fun though.
It did. It
Like
did.
I
would hit a
mean,
nigga with a fake sledgehammer mad
Like
quick.
now, I'm not talking about like an every year thing. Like let's do it, guys, and dress up like Kiss and have swords.
I
I'm
think
saying
they
like,
the
all
movie
dress up
was
like
funny.
this.
The
I'll do
movie was
Braveheart.
funny because Paul Rudd and what's his face.
don't act
fucking
like
Stifler.
us three and Rob. If we went to one of those, that we wouldn't have mad
That
fun
shit
doing
would be
that.
funny. I'm not gonna lie. That would be funny and funny.
I don't know. I have this distinct feeling that Rob's gonna fuck one of these.
Probably.
Who wouldn't? I would.
No, like he would actually pull it off though. Like I don't give y'all
Like,
niggas. I don't feel confident. in
Yeah,
y'all
coming
niggas.
from you. And
Oh,
Well played. Well played.
jab.
I mean, I had to. I was like, this nigga really just trying to play me.
Yeah, really trying to kill both of y'all just now. It's like
Usually
it's
it's
a
just
double
Nick.
attack.
Usually it's Nick, and I
You know what's funny? He would have let that shit go too if it was just you.
It's not me though. It's
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
No. You can't do that
And I'm not
double
quick
shit.
enough to come back with something. I think of it like 3 hours later. I'm like, shit, I should have said that.
They could have been like, damn it, I had such a great comeback for that
I'm
shit.
gonna edit that shit in there.
Andrew would have actually piled attacked too. He would have piled on top if we would have just
oh
attacked you with
man.
it.
But oh shit, I can't stop
Like I
laughing.
said the last podcast, you will fucking throw a right jab. He'll come up with an uppercut or some shit. Like,
Undercut. You're just gonna undercut fucking. I don't even know how you throw that punch. It's like Hadouken in Street Fighter, just uppercut.
Oh shit, but with LARPing and fucking bitches and the fact that we have dead air and I'm just talking.
Keep
Well,
it going.
no.
Keep it going. I'm trivia cracking right now.
What was our point, Rail, when we were going into
I don't know.
that?
Yeah,
I
that's
started
fucking
laughing
Oh,
so
I'm
hard.
talking about the Game of Thrones thing. When
Okay.
You're talking about the whole movie thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same reason, like, when the new Star Wars comes out this
Okay,
summer,
okay.
they're going to end up probably playing the old Star Wars. So people will be like, you can get that on DVD, you can watch it on HD.
Fuck, you kinda have a
Why
point.
would you go to the theater? But you got Uber fans like, I want to see it again. And then you get that. And then the same thing, they did that with the Avengers. When the Avengers came out, they played all the movies leading up to the Avengers, which is like a 6-7 hour thing.
See, all right,
and then they played the Avengers.
This is a quick thing for me, at least. Like
somebody actually sat through.
Yeah, they played Captain America, Iron Man, all of that, all leading up to Avengers.
But like each movie, there was movies and then there was fucking sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they played
no, because there's phases. Like when it comes to the Marvel movies, there's phase 1, phase 2. So Iron Man 1, the Incredible Hulk, Thor, and Captain America, they're all part of phase 1 that leads up to Avengers. So when the first Avengers movie came out, they played all those movies. And then they played Avengers after, so you had like a marathon of movies. But it was like, you got to think, like, each movie is like 2 hours long, so you're sitting there for like 8 hours straight. Just
see, I would do the Star Wars one, and it's not because like I've never seen a movie or I'm a super fan. I've never seen the movies in a movie theater, so it's like to watch the Millennium Falcon fly by and hear the surround sound. Well, it would be kind of cool.
Thing.
I mean, honestly, I feel like that is the most, and I'm sure Star Wars nerds are gonna be mad at this, but I feel like that's the most nerdiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
You don't like Star Wars though?
I mean, it's okay. It's an alright movie, but I don't see the fucking fascination that some people have about it.
Did you watch all of them?
I've seen all of them.
Okay.
I haven't seen like the newer ones, the Clone Wars, or whatever the fuck any of that shit. I've seen the original trilogy shit.
The reason why those are so big back then and became a big following is because
George Lucas is a fucking like smart business person because he picked up on that.
No,
not even. Yeah.
Well, he just got lucky on the decision, maybe. Whatever.
He's shitty. Like everyone says, he's shitty now because he made the prequels.
Made Jar Jar Banks.
And
now at this point, I think it's just a matter of trying to make money on something that already.
Not because he's not a part of the new ones. He's not a part of the new ones.
Trillions of dollars.
He had his own farm.
And you know what? Sometimes money is never enough. Like he wants more.
No, because he's not getting anything from the new one.
No,
he has to be.
No, he is.
If he's putting his name on it, hell yeah.
His name is not on it. His name's not on it.
He sold it to Disney, who owns Marvel, because so Marvel has the comic books and all that. But
so Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah,
Disney is a powerhouse.
Who the fuck is running Disney right now? Because these things are making.
It's not Walt Disney.
But what George Lucas did, the reason why he's still getting residuals.
Anti-Semitism at its finest.
He gets residuals.
There's no Jews in Star Wars, or one black guy.
No. There's one black guy.
There's one black guy in Star Wars.
That's the controversial the British black guy.
Oh,
he was like,
original
stormtroopers can't be black. Deal with it. Like that was his little comment.
Who the fuck was that?
You're talking about the new trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what I heard from
probably didn't see the new trailer.
I didn't see the new trailer because I had no interest.
I kind of like it, but whatever. But
what happened to Lando Calrissian? He was black.
Yeah.
He wasn't he was like Lionel Richie.
It's fucking
hello?
what's his name?
Hello,
damn, I can't remember his name, but yeah, but he was the one stereotypical black guy in the whole movie.
Yeah, he turned on the fucking Han Solo and them. He sold him out to fucking Darth Vader. Isn't that some racist shit? And you talk about me with saying the word jungle is apparently racist.
Well,
but Lando Calrissian in Star Wars was the one who turned them over to Darth Vader.
I didn't make the damn movie.
No, but you want to call me racist? How about Lando Calrissian? How about George Lucas? He's racist.
I mean, it's called the dark side.
Oh, see, that's racist.
True.
That's racist.
Anyway, so
we need that's racist button.
I know. We really do need a soundboard.
Yeah.
I know. We do.
Work on that, producer. You have to put that in the fucking works, bro.
Anyway, going back to the Black Stormtrooper, the movie thing I listened to because
why are their uniforms white?
Go
ahead. I didn't want you to stop.
And why is Darth Vader's costume black? And everyone else.
And he has asthma.
Because he owns them.
Well,
is that like a racial thing?
No, he has asthma because he got fucked up a lot. So he's like
he caught fire at like his body was burning. I don't care what anybody said. Like, all right, I guess you could say the three prequels.
Episode 1, 2, and 3.
They weren't great. The episode 1 and episode 2 were not great. I like episode 3. I'll give Nick a little bit of credit because he's only gonna say it sucked because Anakin, aka Darth Vader, was a crybaby, quote unquote. But you have to give a character an emotion to actually connect to. So the fact that he's seen his mom die, his mom or whatever was dead from the Sand People, and freaking, seeing his shorty with fucking Obi-Wan, like, yo, bitch, what the fuck is this? Like, you have to give him an emotion to actually make him snap. Like, that's the whole thing, like,
Let me explain that, but let me explain the Stormtrooper first before we get into this topic. The reason why there's black Stormtroopers, and even though they're all supposed to be clones, is because after a certain time, I think... in the comic books, they
stopped having black people in space.
They stopped cloning. So
Chris is gonna get attacked by Jesse Jackson.
I know, right?
You know what's funny? This is like the 19th racist thing I said in this cast today.
Yeah, and it's about the same thing.
I'm not even racist much. Yeah. I'm racist to everybody.
Everybody is racist.
I hate Mexicans.
Shut up.
Does that help? Does that make it better? I hate white people too.
Going back to the thing, they stopped making clones for all you stupid nerds that are like me, and whatever. Anyway, going back to the third episode, the reason why I hated it is not just because Anakin, who's supposed to be Darth Vader, who's supposed to be brutally crazy and dark, is a crying white baby. But how does he go from I don't know what I'm doing to
the deer looks sad
and feeling sad about killing Mace Windu to I'm going to kill children right now? Like, that's the thing he went through.
Because he was getting darker. Once he killed Samuel Jackson, you can't kill the only black guy in every movie.
Oh,
that's
Sam
true.
Jackson.
And not get emotional. Like, I got emotional. Like, I'm not going to lie.
No, but
he put up a good fight, too.
But
yeah, I saw that scene. That was a good scene,
technically,
man.
his character is supposed to be him and Yoda. Like, Yoda knows more about the Force, but he's supposed to be tactically better than any Jedi.
Sam Jackson?
Sam Jackson's character, Mace Windu.
So he was
like
sick
the
of these
Colin
motherfucking
Powell.
sakes on the plane.
Yeah.
Like, he's Sam Jackson. I don't know.
But anyway, going back to
awesome
that.
in most movies.
But that's why, like, the transition was shit, and you don't feel the character at all in any other movies. Like, you don't feel
in any of the other movies, you don't really feel for him. Like, oh, he got his hand cut off. Oh, whatever. But in the third one, I don't know. I didn't feel for him, but I kind of got where the anger was coming from. Like, you know, the whole council was like shitting on him, but he was supposed to be the one type shit, and like basically, it was a whole bunch of like. It was like little brother syndrome that he was going through.
Yes.
And then the girl basically played him out, which I would have bugged out too. If Natalie Portman played me, I'd be like, big four-headed bitch.
Yeah. But the thing
You're not even that fine. You look like fucking Maggie Gyllenhaal. The fuck is wrong with you?
But the thing is, this is where I don't know if you're getting like scenes in the movie mixed up. But the thing is, he killed Mace Windu and then killed all the kids.
Yeah, and that's when they see the shadow when he was walking away.
Before the girl came in, he had like
yeah,
thoughts
that's at the end. Yeah,
but that's stupid. Like to me, you don't just like I don't want to kill Mace Windu to he's gonna either kill like Darth Sidious or.
But didn't he kill Mace Windu because of the fact of Darth Sidious, and he was like that he was attacking him?
Yes, because Darth Sidious made it like he's attacking me, so he was just like, oh, you know, Darth Sidious is my friend, whatever.
And at that time, the council and everything wasn't set. There was a lot of shit going on.
Well,
there was a lot of like
sad.
not trusting.
Well, just him. But the thing is,
it's a lot of political shit in the first three movies.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't go from like feeling sad to kill somebody and being like this semi good guy to I'm gonna kill little children, just all of them. I'm gonna wipe out all the little children.
I would kill all the younglings. What,
younglings? Yeah,
yeah. I would do that.
But anyway, I saw that they leaked out. They were supposed to put in that movie with that scene where she comes in and meets him on that like lava planet, and when that whole thing happens.
All right.
And the more fucked up thing, which they should have put in the movie because it was scripted in, is that when she goes up and he's like, you know, yelling at her and all that, she goes out to him and stabs him, and then he pushes her with the force like he did. And then that's when Obi-Wan comes out, and then the whole
that would
thing
have been
comes
intense.
out.
I'm not gonna lie,
and it would have been better because it would have made more of a thing. Like, yeah, bitch, like you just stab me.
Still, like, I watched all the fight scenes because I love the fight scenes.
The fight scenes are great.
Even with wow, I can't remember his name in episode
General
1.
Grievous.
No,
Darth Maul.
Like I like that one.
Awesome.
General Grievous was awesome too, but like that fight scene with Obi-Wan and Anakin. That shit was awesome, even to the part where they did the whole shit with the swords. It was like, vroom, vroom, vroom.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, like that fight scene, I was like, that's what I look for when I watch movies with fight scenes.
Well,
like
that's
that
fight
good
scenes...
15, 10-minute scene of just straight action, like, oh shit, oh. But like give both characters a back and forth.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the fight scenes were pretty good, but the rest of everything sucked. Like, there's this thing, I gotta send you the link on the guy who makes fun of all three movies and explains how much it sucks. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I hated I didn't hate the prequels, but I didn't like them.
I didn't like one. I hated I was like, oh, he's a kid. I get it. And I was like, okay, it makes sense why Luke is a great driver. He kind of gets it from his father. Mm-hmm. And like, stupid. But like, there was stupid little things like in one that irked me. 2, I couldn't just get into because of the fact the way 2 was put together. Like, oh, the
it was more like a love story.
And all and then it was just like Count Dooku just cuts off the one's hand and fucking Yoda comes out of nowhere and saves the day. Because nobody else.
I thought he was really funny looking when they made him fight.
Because he's
so
CGI-ish now, yeah.
He's like jumping off his shit like fucking Matrix and
everybody like complains about that, but I was just like, what do you expect out of Yoda?
From a midget, from a nigga that's ankle tall.
I mean,
yeah, but the thing is,
really
he's
like
one of the greatest
annoying,
for
though.
a reason.
Yes.
Like, you can't just be like, oh, he's just one of the greatest and not show it. Like, he was saying, nah, I can do it. Fuck my cane.
Basically, that's what made it ill at that when he fights Sidious. He was just like, what, nigga?
Yeah.
Poof. And then they was fighting.
But that's why, like, a lot of people hated that. I was like, why, man? That's Yoda. You're supposed to be like, yeah, cheer for him.
One thing that I don't like, they probably will never remake Star Wars movies, or they will. Who knows?
No, it's going to keep going. It's going to go 3 more episodes and then all the side movies.
Okay, like, who knows? Yeah, well, if they do that, then they do that. But you have to want to see Yoda fight. Like, Yoda was that original dude. Like, he went and he trained Luke from the original movies. You ain't never get to see anything. You just knew he was like a fucking Jiminy Cricket puppet.
Yeah.
And now we got to see CGI because of the whole technology now. So, you know, you get to enjoy it a little bit. You got to enjoy it. Stop being so damn nerdy.
Yeah, true. But what did you want to say about the Fantastic Four? You said something earlier.
Well, the Fantastic Four, the trailer was horrible. The trailer was completely
Wait, I gotta give him
cracked.
credit on that segue. That was good. Like he's getting so much better. It's like watching a child walk right now. He just waddled to the fucking table just
and
now.
You know what's
like,
funny? Like, Chris didn't say nothing the whole time except for racist shit because he was just like, God damn.
I fucking hate Star Wars, to be honest with you. I just, it's not even like, I just,
but what do you,
I can't
what
relate to it. I don't enjoy
How do
it.
you not? You don't, nigga. I can't control shit with my mind. I can't.
I think
choke a
that's
nigga.
kind of cool. I thought the game was cool. I
thought
thought
the
some of the
game
shit
was
is cool, but I just,
There's
the
nothing to
movies, you
relate
guys are
to
like
it.
having fucking full debates on it. I'm just like, eh.
Like, what do you mean by full?
But we
debates?
debate fucking Avengers. We debate.
Yeah.
And that I could kind of like get into.
Oh,
but
you know what I
fucking
want?
Star Wars, I'm just not
We
that
could get
fucking
into Dark Knight again if you want to.
Yeah, your Batman love.
You fucking.
When you say it like that, it
Nigga,
sounds
that's
weird.
how you are. You
I
talked me into going to see The Dark Knight with you and fucking Kenny and other people that don't matter now. But we went to go see that
Don't
movie
matter.
because of you and everybody else. Like,
The Dark
'cause
Knight,
I was-
that's the one with the Joker, right?
Yeah, because I refused to watch it because of the fact that I love the original Batman and the original
Oh yeah,
Joker.
we went and saw that. What was it, Deer Park or Regal or whatever the fuck that
Well,
shit is?
I know the first time I seen it, I was with Samantha, and I got so like me and her was so because we love Joker. Like, I'm not a Batman fan, but I love Joker.
Who doesn't?
So me and her were getting so mad at watching it. And then this guy, I remember there's one scene where I was actually thinking, like, that's when Joker had his head out the car, or like in the cop car, and he was just like feeling the wind with his eyes closed. And to me, I was just kind of like, Joker would be fucking cracking up. Like, this is fun to him. But he was just like, oh, I feel the wind.
Serious?
Like,
Yeah,
you know.
looking like a bitch.
And then this guy right behind me was just
my
like,
hair.
that is so Joker. And I got so angry. Like, my nerd just went, like, I was just like, son of a bitch. But I'll give that movie one thing. It's very rewatchable.
It is a great movie. Don't get me wrong.
The movie's great, but every time
But
I see
you
the
two
Joker,
bitches are just so hung up on the fact that
I'm hung up on the
that
fact
it wasn't
that
Jack
Batman
Nicholson.
Could,
Like I don't
no,
understand
no,
what
no,
y'all
no,
so
no,
hung
no,
up
no,
on
no,
right
no.
now.
He's hung up on a little bit of different points where I'll let him rock, and he'll go in. But my whole thing, like, I've never been a full Batman fan, and it's one reason why.
Because you're a
How
fucking.
is this nigga?
Because
the
you
greatest
you
fucking
go
human
against
on Earth?
everything that everybody else goes for.
You basically could post him the greatest human on earth. Superman, you have all these amazing powers. One kryptonite because I knew I needed like.
Let me ask you
he's
this.
supposed to be like
Let me
I'm
ask you
smart
this.
enough to defeat everybody.
Let me ask you this.
because I'm a detective, but I've never been a cop in my
Ain't
fucking
gonna let
life.
me get it out. Ain't gonna let me
Like
get it out.
he is the most bullshitted character ever.
You like Iron Man?
Iron Man, he's decent. I'm
He's
a
the
Iron
same
Man
as that
fan.
character.
No, he's not.
just because he said that line in the movie and had all the memes, no, he's not.
That's what
He's
I'm
the same character.
No, he's not.
He's super
You're
intelligent.
crazy.
Like,
He
he
made
might not have.
He's
any
the same
powers.
character. He don't have no
Nick, get him.
powers.
Get
and
him.
He just
He might not have any powers.
he's the same
per se,
character.
But
He's the same fucking
fact
character.
That he's an
He
intelligent.
is the Marvel, like he's the Marvel equivalent
Okay,
of that character.
you can't say that because, first of all, he doesn't have gadgets. He has iron suits, which
Christian's
differently.
You
based
don't
off of
qualify
movies.
that as gadgets.
No,
Chris bases
because
off the movie
say,
because
I'm
he
gonna
doesn't
say
have
this.
that as
Hold on.
gadgets?
No, and I'll explain
He's
why.
got gadgets and gadgets.
Because when he has
It's
a
the same
suit,
thing.
he has different suits for different things.
Thank you.
But the thing is,
How is
he
that not a
doesn't
gadget?
have the suit for everything. Batman has a fucking belt for every situation, which makes no
I
sense.
knew I was going to run
He
into a
doesn't
super
have
strong
a suit for
person.
everything. He's got a suit to fight the Hulk.
It took
He had
mad
Mach
long for that.
41.
These are
He's
different
got all
suits.
these different types of suits.
That's
It's
what
the
I'm
same
saying.
Shit.
He makes
it's
different
the same
suits.
shit. How is
No.
it different?
Because he makes different suits for different situations, but he doesn't
And
have
it's the
suit.
same shit with Batman, where he's got
But
fucking tools for different
doesn't.
situations.
He has
No.
a tool for every... Like,
And
Superman
Iron
could be
Man has a
dying and he'll
goddamn
have
tool for
something
every
that.
situation
No, he
too. How is
doesn't.
it different?
Let me
he doesn't.
explain.
And
Fail
Iron
to
Man's an
realize what the
alcoholic.
fucking difference is.
Fuck, I yelled in the mic, but he's an alcoholic.
Like if you look at it too, this is why I like Marvel characters, because all the
Hit him
characters.
with comic book knowledge.
Yeah,
Because this
like-
nigga only knows movie shit.
Yeah, when you come to DC characters, and DC did start it, so you got to give them credit for starting the whole comic book genre kind of thing. But the thing is, none of them have their flaws like Marvel does. When you come to,
Well, that's DC in general. They're different.
they're different, but when it comes to character, I think Marvel has it better. Like Iron Man is an alcoholic. You have the Thing from the Fantastic Four. He actually was depressed and tried to commit suicide at a time because he couldn't turn human. You had Ant-Man, who was also Giant Man, and all these other different names, who was actually abusive to his wife, the Wasp. And then you had like Captain America, who was at a place and he's sad because everyone died that he knew. Like, they have more depth in my sense than DC characters.
You could connect.
DC characters are kind of like, I'm Superman and everyone loves me,
Like-
and Batman and everyone hates me, even though I'm considered a vigilante, but I don't kill, but I punch. Like,
No,
apparently
I
I
get what you're
beat
saying.
everybody, even though it's Bane. He has super strength.
Let me just say something real quick.
Or
Let me say something
I'm
real
fucking
quick. Even though
Solomon
you're
Grundy.
shitting on Batman real quick, which I love. Like, Spider-Man, my love for Spider-Man isn't because of his powers fully. It's because of the fact, like, when you follow his story and you follow everything that does, like, work with Spider-Man, he seems more realistic. Like, Gwen Stacy dying, Mary Jane not loving the fact that he's Spider-Man, and even though she knows,
there's always been
there's a lot of different shit to his story that makes him a more connectable character. Batman, I'm a billionaire, and I have everything to defeat you, even though
Yes.
I never grew up being a cop or anything like that, but I'm the greatest fucking detective or parody in the world.
Yeah. And on top of going back to the Iron Man Batman thing, what I'm saying is Batman always has something on him for all occasions.
So does Iron Man.
No.
He doesn't.
Iron Man has one suit he can wear at a time. He can't wear the Hulk Buster at all times. You know what I'm saying? So if he's fighting the Hulk with his regular suit, he's not ready for the Hulk, but he needs to go and get the Hulk thing to do that. If
Vice
he's
But-
versa, you ready to
wait,
Hulk
wait,
But
Buster,
the
he
fact
gets
of the
thrown in
matter
water,
is,
he's
No,
gonna
no,
die.
the
wait,
fact of the matter is, just like Batman could go and get a certain tool for a situation.
But the point
Iron Man
is,
can
he
get a whole
doesn't.
goddamn
does.
suit.
He
He
never
never
does.
does. He opens his belt. He's like, I got kryptonite because I knew this was going to happen
Exactly,
somehow.
yeah.
Or I got this thing that's going to melt something, or this thing. Like, the thing I hate about Batman, he's so corny in that he can't be beat. But
And I'm serious all the time,
Yes,
and I just
and-
want to be
yeah, and I'm not gonna be-
by myself. I'm the vigilante.
Yeah.
Da da da. I do
and
this.
it's kind
I
of
do
like,
that.
it's to me, it's really, it's the same reason why I like and hate Superman. Is because what they do with Batman, they up him because he has no powers. So they up him to the max where he's like, he can't be beat. Then you have Superman, who's in comic books the strongest character, but get his ass whooped all the time. And it's kind of like, I don't like that. I don't like Marvel to me has, like, this is the reason why I like X-Men, is because it's not like Avengers and it's not like Justice League where they're loved characters. They're basically, you could do the whole mutant thing where it's just like everyone hates mutants, but the fact that they're superpowered beings that everyone hates because in the comic books it's because they're genetically enhanced, like they're supposed to be the next stage in evolution, but I feel like their team would be what a superhero team would be. No one's going to be like, oh shit, this nigga got claws and he could fight and he could save everybody. Everyone's going to be like, this nigga got claws and he could kill everybody. We can't kill him right now. Like, they will look at look at superhumans, even if it was Superman like that, like they will look at him like, oh man, we got to stop him. So to me, X-Men and that whole mythology around them is more realistic in a sense. On top of that, you could, like, there's certain characters, like you say Phoenix or X-Man or Cable, like they have these ultimate powers that could control the, everything or the world or whatever. They're that strong, but they all have flaws. They all have a weakness. Like
Marvel has always had the more realistic stuff. they've always gave a more realistic level to their characters than DC. DC has always been a little bit more.
Corny.
I don't want to say corny. I was gonna say like animated or just not as like.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the comic book movies because
Not as realistic as the goddamn.
I have like my other shit I want to throw in there, but I'm gonna just let y'all rock into.
Well, we're talking about comic
what the fuck is that move that he's doing?
No,
he's over here fucking.
Because I want to maneuver like
Okay,
the same concept because we're talking about the same thing, and basically what I want to say like
Oh shit, Chris about to get
the last fucking snowstorm that happened last week. I watched the Flash show.
Hurry up.
And I'm watching the shit.
Go ahead.
And I don't know if anybody else like in here watched it, but basically, it was weird to me because I'm like, you're probably it was probably 6 or 7 episode in. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how does the Flash the Reverse Flash, the guy who plays Reverse Flash? Mm-hmm. I don't know the whole story. I'm not a big DC person like that, so I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't really know the whole story. Mm-hmm. But it was weird that he's working with the Flash. And the Flash doesn't really fully know that he's Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
And then there's like a few other people that he has, like I guess you could be like sidekick assistants, whatever, because he's a superhero. It was just weird to me because I'm like, I grew up on superheroes being secret identity. And if you had a friend, it was another superhero friend, not average people. And it's the same thing with the Arrow show. And don't get me wrong, Arrow show's a lot better than what people realize. And it's because of the fact that it's not fully superpowered people. It's a guy with an arrow and he does what he does.
And all that fake shit.
And then they have Canary who does have more powers than just beating up people. Yeah. If anybody doesn't know that, but it's a little bit more believable. But you got a nigga that runs fast as fuck, and he's there with probably the best villain that he could have against him on that show, and they're working together because he doesn't know. And then you got freaking like 2-3 other people working with him. It's just too much for me to really work with. Like,
they're just throwing shit in
that there. There's so many people that know. Like, and the thing is that the show, it worked because, they had Captain Cold. They have a few of his villains that they're really like throwing their villains out there for DC. Because even on the Arrow show, they're supposed to throw in Adam, which is a character. Like, if you like Adam, might as well go to Marvel because you can fuck with Ant-Man. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, I guess it works for those fans. It works for TV. Like, oh, we could do a special and have Flash and Arrow work together in like 2-part episodes or something like that. But it just kind of drives me crazy that your best villain that you have on Flash
is basically
working with him. Yeah, and like he's not really there. Like, I was watching the episode and he would use his speed and it was cool for like a second, and then something's wrong with him, like I guess genetically or whatever. I can't use the other word that I don't want to use. Like, I can't pronounce that shit, so I'm not gonna even try it. So basically,
I feel like I missed that opportunity to just heat him on that.
It's weird to say, but I can't get into Arrow. I can't get into Flash.
No, I watched it and I was like,
Arrow, Flash, or what was the other one? The Shield shit?
No, because
I heard Shield.
But the Shield, nobody even really watches the Shield.
Episodes.
Like, I watched a few minutes of Agent Carter and I was like, cool, you have some of the old characters from like the Captain America, but it's not
the same.
It's like,
I think that's the only thing Marvel falls off on, because what DC is doing is their movie universe and their TV universe aren't connecting. So what Marvel is doing is just like, no, Shield and Agent Carter is part of our universe, which I guess is different and smart, but they don't have it on point. But going back to you, Chris, since you're back again. The whole Joker thing. Joker being the best villain, and even if you're not into comic books, everybody knows the Joker. And it would be like their top, like if you say like what's your top 5 comic book villains of all time, I think for most people Joker would be like number 1, or at least the top 5. And it's like, to me, when it comes to movies, I'd rather see a good character. You know what I'm saying? So when you come to, and I said this to you and your brother before, it's like the thing that's wrong with that Dark Knight movie is that his character's not there. He wasn't the Joker. He was a good crazy guy, but the Joker's a certain kind of crazy that if like Heath Ledger would have played that character in another movie, you wouldn't say, yo, that's the Joker. You'd be like, yo, that's an awesome crazy guy. You know what I'm saying?
You give him credit for playing a crazy guy, a character.
Yeah.
With the character that he played that was supposed to be Joker,
yeah.
you give him credit for that character because he made him his own unique character. But I don't know why you take that character and basically disassociate it from Joker, because that's who the character was supposed to be, a darker version of Joker, a more realistic, like, current times version of Joker. It's not taking anything away from the Jack Nicholson version. It's just, you know what I meant.
don't
Nicholson, Nicholas, whatever the fucking.
Now that you're slurring in your words, I can make fun of you.
A little bit, just a little bit.
No, but my point is this.
Like, it's not taking away from that character. It's just
it is.
showing an updated, newer version of that similar character.
That's what you think, but it's not true, because they took that updated version that you're talking about from a series of Batman where it's supposed to be like this evil Joker, but because I read that series of Joker, like what Joker was in, I think it was The Last Laugh or the Killing Joke or something. He was horrible. Like, it was a dark Joker. They told about his past a little bit, and it was dark, but he was still the Joker. He did Joker things. The reason why Joker's so, like, if you watch any of those DC cartoon movies that they do pretty well, everyone, like, when they have these like Legion of Dooms or whatever, they never invite Joker, and they said it in one of the movies, like, he's not good to play with because he can't play with others. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always been that character. When it comes to this Joker, you can't. The thing is, like, when people read a book and then they make a movie off that book, they get mad, like the movie isn't like the book and blah 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 blah. But the thing is, with comic books, they've been there since the 40s, that you can't do the actual story, and I understand that. So, like, the scars, I thought was a great touch in the Dark Knight movie, and, like, he didn't fall in the vat of toxic waste, which is fine with me. That's great, because that's, like, very cartoony. But the character wasn't there for me. The character wasn't the Joker, and that's all I ask. Like, that's why I hate the X-Men movies. They don't got nobody right. No character is that character. The only one I'll probably say is probably Professor X, really. But you can't really do much with him. It's not like
you can't really fuck that character up.
Yeah.
He's a psychic and he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Like, how
do you fucking ruin that character?
Like, with Joker, like, he played a good psychopath, but I don't want to say, like, I just want to hear a lot more laughs from him. But it's not just about the laughs. It's about he enjoys what the hell he's doing. But in the movie, it doesn't look like he's enjoying. He just looked depressed.
He did look depressed.
And, like, he looked, like, all his stories that he were telling about, like, how he got the scars. It
more
wasn't
laughter.
Like,
If he would have laughed, like, haha, like my father did this.
Like he didn't do, like, a cynical joke. And, again, it's not just about the last, but it's like, I didn't feel that Joker. Like, he loves being fucking crazy. He loves being crazy, but in this one, he was just like, I'm crazy, I'm depressed, and I'm just doing this because I'm fucking crazy. Like, it wasn't the Joker. And you could say, like, it's updated, but it's a shit. Like, don't fuck with the characters. It's just like making Batman a bitch.
That's
like,
why
I don't want to
Bane
fight.
Sucked,
I don't want to do this.
that's why the last Batman movie sucked.
Yes, Bane sucked because I wasn't a good Bane. The Catwoman sucked because they didn't even do the good characters between the two love story triangle.
That Catwoman
and Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
I love fucking Anna Hathaway. I will fuck the shit out of her. I just want her to know, here it is, bitch. Beep, 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 beep.
But the Ra's al Ghul's character, and in the comic books, and this is another thing that bugs me too, it's kind of like she's such a big part of Batman.
Really?
She's the only one who had a kid with him. That's the new Robin in the comic books.
Yeah, the Ra's al Ghul shit. Yeah.
So Ra's al Ghul's daughter and him actually hooked up. They actually had a love thing going on, but they don't do any of that and especially in the last movie. But whatever, he kind of fell off. But I'm saying, like, the Dark Knight, he fell off to me with Joker.
We know Andrew right now
Candy
is
Crush.
playing Candy Crush because he fucked up and put the fucking phone next to the microphone while he was trying to fucking load the app. This goddamn bastard's not even in this conversation right now.
I know.
He is playing Candy. You can't be in the conversation if you playing fucking Candy Crush right now. This bullshit.
I done said more points than you did since I went to go pee and came back.
No, you haven't. You haven't brought up any valid point. What have you brought up since you came back?
I brought up Bane. I brought up the fact that he was corny. I brought up the fact that you thinking realism and now concept, like, oh, fucking, what's his name? Nelson Ryan, whatever the fuck his name. I forgot the guy who directed the movie. But
Nolan.
yeah, Nolan Ryan or some shit like that.
Nolan. He's not the fucking pitcher. God damn it!
But that guy, like,
we can't have any type of goddamn
like
show.
switching the fucking wires in the brain.
Like,
serious, man.
You know, I want to make it more realistic. Like that Bane, and I'm a fucking Bane fan. I love Bane. I love the way he is. I love.
Do you love the Mexican Bane, like from the fucking video games?
Fucking awesome. I love the
that
fact
they made
that
him Mexican.
Spanish, yeah, I think that is fucking
even
cool
in the,
as
like the
hell.
fucking Superman, Batman movies, they put him like animated shit.
I think that is great.
He's like, I will kill you. He sounds like Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. But
like,
he
sounds super Spanish.
Basically, one, his voice was horrible. You better play a game.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he punches him in the face and he breaks his mask and he beats him.
Well, you know what that is? And
because it was supposed to be he doesn't feel pain unless that happens.
I'm not, fucking backing up the movie, but going
You're
to
totally
that
about
thing.
to power through it, though.
But anyway, when it comes to you, that's where the realism fucked up, because really, like, the Bane in the comic books put the venom, is what they call it, inside his blood system that makes him actually grow. So in the movie, it's just like, well, Bane can't grow because then it's not going to be realistic. Which is like, okay, understandable. But even the same thing, like with that whole, he needs that gas because he doesn't feel pain. But at the same time, if you really think about it logically, if you can't feel nothing, you can't touch nothing because you don't know you're touching it. You can't walk because you can't feel your legs walk. You know what I'm saying? So you're basically paralyzed if you can't feel pain. Am I right? I guess. I don't know.
You know what's bad? That we both just left him hanging just now.
Like he was 100% right, because I was gonna say something.
No, we fucked up. We got to admit this. I'm gonna put my shit down right now because we both were caught out there looking at our fucking cell phones while he was like, and if he's paralyzed, right, and we're both just like, he's carrying the show right now. We're good. We're probably thinking like, this nigga's gonna answer Nick right now. Like, I don't even need to fucking answer.
Well, anyway, that's where the thing going wrong. And when it comes to his punching in the face, is because the only reason why, the only way Batman usually kills fucking Bane is he cuts the wire in the back of the fucking neck where all the venom's going into, and then he shrinks down and all that. So they didn't have the wires.
My baby Paige.
So they punched him in the mouth, and it's just like, oh, you twisted a knob, and now I can't fucking breathe.
You ever notice when they have these diva matches on TV, not to cut Nick off, but you ever notice when they have these diva matches, they always have like fucking...
they got a black girl in there?
They got 8 divas at once, just all out there.
Oh, she is fighting Alicia Fox. Nice.
Yeah.
This bitch is pale as shit.
She is fucking hot as shit.
She is pasty. God, that girl ain't got no color.
Nigga, black girls.
She ain't never been in a fucking sunlight in her life.
Trust me, there's a lot of girls that are pale as shit.
I never said I wouldn't hit it. Like, I didn't say that.
I would destroy her, son.
Look, she's...
Is
this a hate crime?
There you go.
Hate crime right now?
There you go. We're just watching a fire.
We're watching a pasty girl beat on a black girl. This is like fucking the 1960s all over again. Oh, she went over and talked shit to the other people. That was stupid.
That was white on white.
Are they twins?
Yeah, you fucking late bastard.
Wow.
I don't watch this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Small package.
There's no way Alicia Fox is beating Paige. I'm sorry.
She almost fucked up, though.
Small package, it beats everybody
We are watching
if you hook the ropes.
Monday Night Raw right now.
That ghetto Kardashian fucking twins there. Like, what the fuck is going on in this shit?
Come on, girl.
She got some good weave on her. Look at that weave,
Alicia Fox, right?
Yeah.
Her weave is serious,
Yeah,
son.
weave, man. There's some bald-ass horse in whatever city they are.
Yeah. But nah, the
Look
twins...
at them fucking extensions.
Stop calling them ghetto-ass twins because they're half Mexican, half Italian.
Bullshit. Well, I could kind of see that a little bit.
Yeah.
I could kind of see it a little bit.
Like, me and Nick just have our differences because... Nick
really?
rather have the plastic girl.
Your Mr. Rogers fucking sweater is...
You rather have the plastic one.
Right,
you rather have the plastic one.
And if nobody knows who the Bella Twins are, they're 2 twin wrestler girls. But there's one that's really, really skinny. But her body, it's regular body. She's just regular. And the other one's a little thicker, but she has fake tits. So I say, what's
wrong with fake tits?
Wait. I said that I like the thick one because it's not just about her tits. I'm more of an ass guy anyway, but her body's thicker. I like that. You can't fake stomach yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like, she has a thicker body, which I like. I don't like the skinny, bony like her sister is. Fuck her cheapos. I don't care. I don't think they're the hottest fucking girls in there.
No,
I
really
like
not.
Alicia Fox more.
Alicia Fox is good looking for a big ass for it.
But I like the fucking Funkadactyls even more.
The what?
Funkadactyls.
Well, they're not called the Funkadactyls anymore
because they broke up.
That was a fucking name.
Yeah,
well, that's
oh,
because
Vince
of the group
McMahon. What does it come to?
Yeah, that's kind of
why.
racist. You know Vince McMahon is racist.
You connect to but I'm put this
He
like
is
this.
racist.
No, not even that.
It's not even a racist
I'm gonna
thing.
give him credit. I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit.
What does it come to?
If you let me talk,
I'm not gonna let you fucking talk because it's more funny when you get.
You don't want me to give you
Can I
credit?
say something?
Can I say something?
If you don't want me to give you credit, then I won't, and I'll just keep going doing what I've been doing.
I'm used to you not giving me credit, so it ain't gonna make a difference one way or the fucking other. For how long did you call me the fucking guy with the blue bumper? we're really gonna take it back, man. Fucking, I didn't even have that car, and you were still talking about my fucking first car with a blue bumper. It matched the interior of the goddamn car, but the car was white. Fucking asshole. Yeah, I'm emotionally scarred. Don't judge me. Carry a lot of fucking baggage.
Is that why you have a whole blue car now?
That's why the whole car is fucking blue. But yeah, talk shit about my blue bumper now, bitch. You're a fucking fire engine truck with the goddamn transmission is fucking taped in place. Give me a break. Goddamn transmissions held together with fucking electrical tape. Gonna take shit about my car.
What the fuck is going on right now?
I have no idea.
It's like a foursome right now.
Damn.
I thought that was.
Are they spray painting that bitch?
Yo, I
They're
honestly.
fake tanning her.
Did they really fake
Can't
tan?
take it.
Man, she do have some big ass fake tits.
They were like, yo, you need a tan.
Yo, they really
you're
spray
too
painted
white.
that bitch black. That feel like a hate crime, racist type thing.
It was.
I can't front. Nikki Bella looks hot as fuck right now.
Is that the one with the fucking dress?
That's the thicker one that he
Yeah.
doesn't like.
Nah, she look good right now. I'm not gonna even
She
front.
always looks good.
They
You can't
both
deny
actually
that.
look,
That was the one that nipples popped out one time.
Yeah.
Nipple slip.
She has some big ass fake tits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But her body's thicker in general. That's why I like
Wow,
it.
she is a little
They
bit
sprayed her
thicker.
black. I don't understand
I know,
why
they
they
were just
sprayed
like, yo,
that.
you're too
It's
white.
because of the fact that she's pale. It's a
She is
promo
super
that
pale, though.
happened.
Everybody's
That
eyes
bitch
are
is so
burning.
pale, she looks translucent. You can see through that bitch.
I was saying that if her and this other wrestler called Sheamus
Why
had
is
a baby.
Bradshaw a goddamn commentator? He can't even read.
Oh
Right?
snap!
Nigga, are you
Sting
stupid?
is coming. Sting is coming. Son.
Hold on.
Sting.
Let me just defend
Sting is
Bradshaw.
about 85 years old.
Let me
really
defend
is. He's
Bradshaw real
balding,
quick.
too. His hair's thin as hell.
To say Bradshaw can't read and then have one of the smartest people buying stocks and make money just off of stocks. Not even
Did he
wrestling.
say stocks right?
Stocks. Yeah, he said it right.
Yeah, I don't know if it maybe is a different word. But buying stocks like in New York
Bonds,
and writing a
nigga.
book about doing that.
He didn't write the book.
He's known for that.
I'm gonna tell you, he didn't write the book.
He didn't write it, but he had somebody
Somebody
write
wrote
it
the book
for
for
him.
him.
He wrote, somebody wrote it for him, but he told him what to write.
Because he can't read.
Nigga, he's still smart enough to get enough money off of fucking the New York Stock Exchange.
Did you just call him Mayweather?
Did you?
Mayweather?
Yeah, because he can't read.
Like, that's all I'm saying, son. Did Chris get money off the New York Stock Exchange?
So what are we doing for the Mayweather fight when it comes on, guys?
One, we cannot say what we're doing for the Mayweather fight because of the fact that Mayweather already said the deal is done, but it's not done because there's few things there. And
probably money.
Nah, it's not money. It's the fact that Pacquiao's promoter and Mayweather, they don't really get along. Mm-hmm. So it's becoming like a thing because the promoter is the reason where money and certain things get handled. Mm-hmm. So that fight is going to happen because they're basically there and Mayweather's not stupid. Mayweather's not going to throw money away.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. Hopefully by the end of this week we know and we get a definite and it's like, boom, the big fight. But that's why it hasn't really been talked about as much as it should be because of the fact that there are like stupid little differences that are going to make it not happen right now.
Yeah, well, I want to see it because, everybody wants to see it, to be honest. Like, I bet you anywhere we go it's going to be jam-packed. Like, there's going to be crazy amount of people where we go. But I'm just hoping there's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it will
be a great fight. Like, I was talking to one of my cousins about it, and I told him, I was like, straight up at the end, Mayweather's going to win by decision. It's going to go to decision. He made me laugh because he was like, oh, Pacquiao's going to knock him down, like, within the 6th round. I don't see that happening. And it's not saying that I don't like Pacquiao and I don't think Pacquiao's great.
But you're more of a Mayweather fan.
And, yes, I'm a little bit more of a Mayweather fan, but I'm more of a person that I look at styles. I'm a matchup type of person for any type of sport. And that matchup is good, but it's not good enough for Pacquiao because of the fact that Mayweather is not stupid. We watched Mayweather fight freaking Shane Mosley, and Shane Mosley put him down for a second. And as soon as that happened, Mayweather was like,
Shane Mosley was one of the greats.
But no,
I'm not saying that he's not. I'm not saying that he's not. And you have to remember how much of the age difference made a factor in that fight.
No. I'm not saying. I'm like, yo, Mosley. Yeah, he put him down. But that's because of the way Mayweather went into that fight. Mayweather went into that fight to try to give people what they wanted. Because people have a thing against Mayweather besides the whole Pacquiao.
Because the way he fights. He fights a defensive style of fighting.
And people don't like that
it's
because
not exciting. It's not fun to watch. Yeah.
But who gives a... In all honesty, I would tell Mayweather straight up, and I don't get no money from him. I'm not money team, nigga. I'm broke team.
Mayweather has that weird, they call it something. It's like a Boston crab or whatever fucking weird type of fucking method. Where he puts that one arm tucked underneath.
He
got the other arm blocking his face.
He gets the body blocks.
He's standing sideways.
He can do this. And what he does is pop, pop, boom. He has a good concept.
But he's pure defensive fighter, which is not exciting to watch.
It's awesome. It's like watching. You wanna watch Mayweather not be defensive? Watch him before the money became part of his name. Watch him before when he was Floyd Mayweather Jr., because now he calls himself Floyd Money Mayweather. When he was Mayweather Jr.
He should have never gave these niggas money.
Yeah. Watch him on those HBO fight nights. That's the only time you're ever going to watch great fights with him. But that's the thing.
Doesn't that bug you, though? Because it's kind of like... That's what I like to watch now more than main fights, because you don't really see a good fight anymore when it's a main fight. You watch the people who are trying to make a name for themselves, who really put themselves on the line.
Entertainment purposes, where
it's like Coliseum fighting. They might as well be fighting.
Blood,
they might as well be fighting a fucking lion.
Because it's like the Anderson Silva fight. Most people were like, "Oh, like that fight sucked," and all. Like, you know what? You know why you didn't like that fight? Because it wasn't Anderson Silva style. It wasn't Anderson Silva dancing around. He didn't put somebody to sleep.
He was actually on the receiving end of that shit. Yes. And you know what? Honestly, though, when he did those fights and he was the one dancing around like a fucking retard.
People bitched about it.
People were mad about that too, though. Yeah. So it's not even that it wasn't his type of fight, like you said. But it was more because of the fact that he didn't actually... It was more because of the fact that it was just some asshole is dancing around and some asshole is not knocking this asshole out. That's what kind of pissed people off. Because when Anderson Silva did it to what's his face, that big one.
You could say Damian Maya. You could say Forrest Griffin. You could
when he was doing it, and the people didn't knock him the fuck out. People got mad, and Nick Diaz did it to him, and he didn't knock Diaz the fuck out.
He gave him 5 rounds because you can't knock out Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz doesn't get knocked out.
You couldn't knock out Anderson Silva. He hit him with some solid...
Anderson Silva could get knocked out.
He hit him with some solid fucking shots open to his face, but that fight in particular, Nick Diaz couldn't knock him out.
Nick Diaz didn't hit him hard enough.
He hit him with some solid fucking shots.
No, he did hit him with solid shots, but in all honesty...
Solid combos. Bam, bam, bam. One right after the other.
Those hits weren't as hard as maybe you seen them. Like me, I seen them a little different.
Right, yeah, they weren't.
They were pillow shots. They weren't like hit hard shots.
They weren't fucking devastating blows, but
pat shots.
He hit him with some shots, and this guy just shook him off. Like same way that Anderson Silva hit him with some shots, and this guy shook him off. Like but still, the fact is, like, it just wasn't an exciting fight because one asshole was dancing around, and the other asshole didn't punch him in the fucking face.
I'm not gonna say it's not an exciting. It was a solid fight. It was a fight that. They both were back and forth.
Sometimes you enjoy the dancing around, the showmanship, but sometimes it becomes a point where, like, all right,
some people
you don't really got to drag this shit out. Like, fucking fight already.
No, I'm not gonna lie, because when I watch, like, what is it? The next basically UFC fight is gonna be on TV. There's not always great fighters. There's not always great knockouts. Like, because UFC fighters have this thing where they've commented lately because of the fact of the possibility of Brock Lesnar going back and CM Punk signing with them. They're like, oh, this isn't professional wrestling. This isn't fake and set up. Motherfucker, do you not understand that y'all niggas could have a 15-round fight of boringness and people don't give a shit? Mm-hmm. But they could put on a 15-minute match and probably have more people pop and have more excitement off of their 15-minute match than you rolling around hugging a dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's back and forths. Like, you're not going to always get an exciting fight. Like, there's certain fights that, you know, fucking BJ Penn had that probably weren't as exciting.
There were a few fights where he had that that wasn't exciting.
Like,
there were some fights where you look at him and you were just like, he doesn't even look like he really even wants to fight.
I think that's why UFC is way better, especially than boxing, because it seems like you could have a certain persona, but at the same time, like, we could talk about the Silver thing. Like, Silver's persona was the whole talk of shit, doing the whole, like, little jig and shit like that, little wiggle in front of you. And
I think
then,
the word jig is racist.
Is it?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't
Jig.
think so.
I think jig is racist.
I don't think it is.
We said Irish
racist.
jig.
Anyway.
See,
but
you got to associate
he
jig
was
with a
shit
fucking
talker,
nationality.
So then when you have another shit talker like this guy, but the thing is, to me, it's an exciting fight because they were, like, I could see if Silva was a little hesitant, but come on, nigga, if your leg just broke and wrapped around somebody else's leg, you're going to be a tiny bit hesitant.
He didn't throw that kick
as
half as much as he used to.
But at the same time, he's getting back into it, too.
Silva didn't throw as many kicks as you
And
would
you know
think,
what?
though.
That kind of fucked up his game, too, because now it changed the range. Because now this guy could come in a little more because that kick would have kept him at a little bit more of a distance, kept him a little more defensive. It changed a lot of factors in that fight.
Nigga, did you not see him fight Chael Sonnen? Chael Sonnen did not hesitate. And this is before the broken leg to go in there because that's how you had to fight Silva.
Yeah,
but not everybody fights like that. Nick Diaz may have not fought like that.
Nick Diaz fights...
And Chael Sonnen was on steroids after the fact.
What Nick Diaz did, and no, he was not on steroids, what Nick Diaz did was the same shit that Anderson Silva has done to everybody, and that's what Nick Diaz does to people himself.
That's all you're hung up on.
That's
what you're hung up on is him doing the showmanship, the showboating fight.
If you watch Nick Diaz
fight,
besides Anderson Silva, if you watch Nick Diaz,
I don't care how much you wave your fucking finger around. This is not a WWE promo.
Like,
we're already past that shit, nigga.
Any of Nick Diaz's fights, when he's confident, he does that. He talks a lot of shit. That's who he is. Nick and Nate, because they're brothers, they both have the same attitude. They have this thing where if they feel confident, they're going to be on some shit like, hit me. Like, Nick Diaz has, his famous quote is, "Don't be scared, homie." Like, and you know what that means?
I'm not going to lie. That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah, like, that's his whole shit. Like, he'll stop. Like, he'll beat the shit out you, and he'll stop and be like, "Come on, hit me. Come on. Like, that's how they are. That's what they built to do. Like, that's why I wanted to see that fight, because I was interested to see if Anderson Silva was going to knock him out. Didn't happen. He fucked him up. Like, his eye was destroyed. When you watch the press conference, his eye was fucked up. But that's how these niggas fight. Like, it's just the way it works. Boxing doesn't have that. Boxing has since, like, and this is, we're going to go past Tyson, because, you know what? Lennox Lewis was probably the last one that I can remember that had a lot of, like, hype, and it was a hype type thing for heavyweights.
Yeah.
Like,
Lennox is still fighting. He's like 50, right? 60?
I haven't seen a Lennox Lewis fight in years. Like,
wait,
at least 4 years.
Who's the one that's fighting that's mad old? Am I getting the names wrong?
For boxing? Yeah, you probably are, because, in all honesty, heavyweights died out. Like, nobody gives a shit anymore because of the Klitschko brother. Like, Vladimir Klitschko, or whatever the fuck his name is. Like, nobody... Like, those Russians are literally the Ivan Dragos of boxing right now.
In boxing, there's either Mexicans, black people, or Russians. Yeah. Like, that's all that's left in... And then, you know, UFC, they got everybody, whatever.
But the thing was, like, I was saying with the fucking Lennox Lewis thing, Lennox Lewis, he did his shit. Yeah, he beat Holyfield and he beat Tyson. But he'll always be remembered for getting the shit knocked out of him by Asim Rahman, who... He was known because he was known to knock out people, but they were like, Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Rockman. It felt so set up going into the rematch where
plus he was also like 11 feet tall and had like a fucking 70
when you had Rockman who was like a midget Hawaiian and he just hit him with one haymaker and it put him to sleep. So it's weird. Like, boxing does have its feeling of fakeness. Because of the fact, like...
Well, you can't admit that it's not set up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit... I think it's a little bit, like, fucked up. But I think what we are missing is a heavy hitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mayweather's not a, like, heavyweight.
You want a Tyson style,
well,
old
not
school
even
style.
Just me,
not
but
even
I
Tyson,
think
just
most
old
people,
school. Yeah.
But because, again, with Mayweather, I think a lot of what people hate, like, yeah, he's a shit talker, which...
And he wins fights, but he doesn't pick people to see.
Yeah,
he
doesn't like. I think I don't know if this is what Chris was getting to, but the thing
probably depending on what you're gonna say.
I don't like the reason why I don't like Mayweather is just the fact that, like, one, I didn't like the whole. I think I hated him when he was fighting. The Golden Boy. What's his name?
That's De La Hoya.
Yeah, De La Hoya, and he came out in the whole Mexican thing. Like,
well, he does that with everybody.
No,
he's
I know.
Fucking doing his. All right, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. Like,
but his fights are always on Cinco de Mayo. If you haven't realized it.
But the thing is, he always and like that's what I'm saying. Like you always notice that he's fighting.
Mexicans like fighting.
Oh, I know. For some reason, it's weird.
Really? And is that the most? That's not the most racist thing we said in this podcast.
Nigga, the scrappy Mexicans are awesome. We always watch them niggas fight.
But anyway, I think the whole thing with him is his style. Like his style, I'm never not gonna say his style isn't great. His defense is uncanny to anything else. Like nobody could get past his defense. Apparently, that's why he's undefeated. The thing is, when we talk about showmanship and all the stuff. When you're watching a fight, you don't want to see somebody like. And don't get me wrong, his punches are accurate. Like when he does punch, he's fast, he's accurate. Like that's why he gets all the points because he would lose if he didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about significant strikes, movement, landing,
and
it's a lot of
getting
work.
To your point. Like Mayweather is smart in that strategy. Like it is a strategy, but at the same time, it's like. People want to see a fight. Like
it gets boring.
When you watch UFC and two people are wrestling and they could be wrestling and moving, you hear people boo. It's because nobody wants to see two guys rolling around on the floor. Mm-hmm. Regardless, it's like you've been in wrestling, so you know like the technical aspects of it. He's trying to do this to get out of this to do this, and it's kind of like he's trying to take control of that. But most people, this is an entertainment business. Most people want to see entertainment. That's why they like seeing people stand up and fight and knock each other out and bleed and get kneed or kicked in the face.
But that's life, nigga. This
like
world star.
That's like even in the Roman Empire, that's what they had in the fucking Coliseum. They want to see some fucking blood spill.
That's the people attitude.
That's
and
not, but
I don't know.
I'm
trying to. I get you because you're right. But at the same, I don't know. I'm trying to speak for these people, like where it comes off of. You know what? It makes sense and it's 100% right, but at the same time, why can't you enjoy a smart fight? Why can't you respect the fact that somebody fighting
but that's
smart
the
enough
problem.
to
You're
win?
talking about the general public. We're not generally smart.
Like
the general public would riot
shit.
For no reason against the police that help them. When shit goes down, we can talk about this racist shit if we want to go racist, where that whole shit happening with the whole chokehold with that guy, stuff like that.
Eric Gardner.
Yes.
Come on, son. Let's get these names right. Because if we're going to criticize
You're the one who
them...
fucked up on the name.
Nah, I know.
He was was mad at us for fucking it up. No, when he called him Anthony. Like, what the fuck? He was like, nah, let's get these fucking names right. What? Yo, you said it wrong.
Do this fucking podcast right, son.
I was thinking something else. That's why. But we got to get the names right. If we're going to criticize and talk about it, we got to get it right.
Listen, we all been drinking. Just relax.
Take it easy, bro. Take it easy.
Eric Gardner. All due respect. Nobody wants people to die. I understand that shit. But what the thing is, if you watch the tape, and a lot of policemen, a lot of army people will tell you that he did a certain chokehold that was not crushing the larynx, which everyone says that he did. He choked him out to death. The guy was overweight and he had certain problems. The cop let him go. The reason why they keep saying like, oh, the cop held on is because it was a little cop over this 6 foot big
Yeah, that was
guy.
going to be my argument.
But the thing is, too, when you watch
my argument is that dude was like 6'7", like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
And the cop was like 5'8", like 180 pounds. Like, he was a little guy.
But the thing is, if you watch the tape, the guy falls back. The big guy falls back on a little cop. So the little cop's choke changed, but that's only because
of
he
the
fell
weight
back.
falling on him.
So,
and not to mention the fact that this guy didn't just all right, you guys, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna you put the cuffs on me. He resisted arrest. He put his hands up, and he was gonna push. He actually took a swing.
Yeah,
like he pushed them back.
I'm sorry to anybody. I don't care if you're black or whatever. If you
white, red, green, whatever fucking color you are,
motherfucker, I'm white. I look white, even though I'm half Puerto Rican. I look, sound, act white. If I resist
he's very
the cops,
white and a little bit feminine too.
I don't know
probably
about that part.
Probably like a little bit of gay, but go ahead. What's your point?
Why you go there for?
Yeah, just because.
It's just a part of.
You always got to bring up gay. You're the only one here that brings up gay all the time. We got to talk about that some other time. Maybe next podcast.
That's a negative, but all right, go ahead.
Anyway,
I know I don't.
If I resist a cop, if a cop's saying you're under arrest, you can't just be like, no, I'm gonna go home. You can't do that. You can't just be like, no,
I'm not under arrest. I'm leaving right now.
Nothing. take your fucking pride and put your hands behind your back, and then you want to get choked out. I'm sorry. This ain't Rodney King. I don't know if
he was high on crack.
Rodney King?
And driving a car at like 111 miles an hour.
But the thing is, it's fucked up about Rodney King.
Yeah, they beat him up, but he really put people's lives in jeopardy. He did.
Okay, but you can't just be like, for a fact that a cop pulls somebody over just because they're maybe driving recklessly, but they're not going to beat somebody like Rodney King.
They went excessive.
And over. That's what I'm saying.
They went excessive. But you know what? The fact of the matter is,
they didn't go
like, people overlook the fact that this guy was high as hell on crack.
Well, it's not even overlooking.
And put people's lives in jeopardy. Yeah, the cops went above and beyond, and they should have been indicted because they definitely went excessive. But if you think about it, though, if he's like that high where he put people's lives in jeopardy in the car,
all right,
he's not even probably feeling that shit that they're doing right there on the spot either.
Okay, but you can't justify that.
Well, no, there's
that's not even
already trying to justify.
Yeah, I'm not justifying it.
It's not justifying.
I'm not saying that they were right, but I'm trying to say like that.
But you can't just assume like
you can't assume that
he won't feel my fucking heel getting in.
You can't assume that like based on the video footage that they were just like completely all like I mean they were excessive.
Everything gets altered.
Like they were excessive. I'll give you this. I can see. Wait, before you go on.
Okay.
I can see that they were excessive, but there's also levels to it that people don't consider. They just see them swinging the fucking nightstick, and they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't be even doing that." But this guy was high. That was proven after the fact. So yeah, they were excessive. Yeah, there should have been something in the middle where they weren't as bad as they were. But you can't say like this guy's like an innocent fucking person.
No. And I'm not saying that at all. But there is a point, and this is where cops get fucked up and their whole thing gets fucked up, and why black people mostly look at them bad, is because when you have something like a Rodney King, you can't just have that like, oh, he was on drugs and he was putting people's lives in danger. Yeah, he was, and maybe you do have to nightstick somebody sometimes, but as you've seen on the Rodney King video, when there's 5 cops over him just constantly hitting him, you have to be an actual cop because you have power. You know what I'm saying? When you have a certain kind of power, you can't abuse it. So you can't just beat somebody when he's down on the ground like that. Isn't it protocol for someone to restrain him? As soon as they get him restrained, that's when they put him in the cop car and all that stuff.
The real primary goal is to actually subdue the suspect.
Okay, but
subdue him
the shit out of him.
You're right.
But I'm saying like, okay, when you seen him, but when you watch the video, he's curled up. And he's on the floor, and he had his hand behind his head because he's trying to protect his head.
They were 100%.
But that's my point, is that that limit got exceeded when it comes to this Gardner case. In the Gardner case, it didn't.
It was a little more borderline because he resisted.
He resisted, but the thing is, again with the chokehold, there was one guy chokeholding him, and then the other guys were restraining his arms to lock it up.
To put him in the cuffs.
Now, when the cuffs were on, they let go because that's protocol. You're not going to let go in the middle of them trying to take your arm.
But at that point, he was already out.
Well, at that point, no, because they even say on the video, he's saying, I can't breathe. If you can't breathe, you can't say, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Like, if you're chokeholding me, like, you'll sound a lot different, but he's saying clearly, I can't breathe, but that's because he had his own. And when you're talking about, like, certain facts, like, okay, Rodney King was on drugs and people overlook that, people overlook the fact that this guy had medical problems. On top of that, he had like 40-something prior arrests. Now, that's insane to me, to be honest, for someone to still
40-something
prior arrests. For it might be minor shit. It's not
really
like,
in all honesty.
But you know what though? Like that's something that people don't mention.
That's what I'm saying. When you're talking about the overlooking, there is certain things people overlook. But
to me,
why
that's part of like to me that's part of like this whole race fight thing between cops and black people.
Race have no color.
Because you know what, like in all honesty, to me that's almost like the same thing as the fact that a lot of people don't know that Rodney King was high on crack.
Yeah, it is because they totally take that aspect out.
They just figure it's black versus the cops.
Yes,
and it's like, not always about that. It's not that clear cut. There's different levels to that shit.
The Trayvon Martin Zimmerman case.
Yeah,
nobody
respects the fact that Zimmerman actually has Spanish.
Yeah. He's not white. Yeah,
he's
but they look at him as a white person.
But
because he's not black.
Even Spanish people look at him as a white person. Yes.
Yeah. But you know what's fucked up too? On top of that, nobody says that the first tapes that they came out with, where the whole cops thing was saying like Zimmerman was saying he's black and he's wearing this and he's doing that, those tapes were dubbed by the news anchor. See, you didn't even know that. Those tapes were actually dubbed, and the anchors had to apologize, and then they put out the longer tape, but everyone just wants to take the dub tape to make him look racist.
You know what? Something
That's how
like
politics
that.
Work.
Because I didn't even know that.
Yes.
That's the kind of shit that spreads, goes viral, and then all these people jump on as like casual listeners or casual viewers.
But that's
and they just like jump on board on this, and that's on false information is essentially what it is.
But you know what it is? I was telling him before. It's a fad. Coney. What happened to Coney? Everyone's just like, oh, Coney, you know, all that shit with the Africa and that guy who was taking all the kids, and everyone was on point for a week. Where'd that go? Nowhere. What happened to him? What happened to all the kids? Nobody gives a shit. Then everyone dumps water in their head. I even did it because I was fucking whatever.
It's a
fad
in this world.
What happened to the Harlem Shake? That's a fad. That's gone. Everyone's looking for the next fad. So now, like, it went from Trayvon Martin to the other guy that got shot in the other city that they had that little riot in. And then you had this guy who gets choked. Yeah, Ferguson. Then you get this guy choked out. And then, I'm sorry, people, I've been drinking, so I can't, and I'm not good with names anyway, whatever. But the thing is, everyone's looking for the next fad. And that's why when they did the whole riot on the cops, and like the whole like little thing, and I saw little snippets of it where people are actually in the cop's face talking shit, and like there was a black guy talking to a black cop saying like, oh, they treat you like a nigga and all this shit, like you think they're on your side. But in my head I'm just like, who are you calling when someone robs your house or kills your mom or something? You're not calling your people.
Not even that.
You're calling the cops, motherfucker. These are the people that save your lives on a daily basis. And what people don't get about cops, they deal with bullshit on a fucking daily basis. So when you have people like anybody who's resisting arrest, yeah, they're gonna be a little bit more pissed off because they deal with that shit every day. So they might take a little bit more force, but when it comes, like, there are limits because you could do Rodney King and be like, damn, those motherfuckers like went all out. That's crazy. But when you do the guy that got choked out, he was risking his ass. There was one cop on him, and the other two were taking his arms to do it, and that's it. They were doing what they had to do because somebody called the cops on him. So whatever nobody says, like, stop fucking.
But real quick. Like how you was like the black dude that you seen went to the other African American dude and said like, oh, you know, you're treating you like a nigga. Mm-hmm. One, you just called your own quote unquote brethren, how y'all look at it, the N-word.
Yeah.
Two, what in the world makes you think that they treat him like that? Like,
yeah. Just because he's black. So you're becoming racist
so
on your
you're
own
basically
kind.
Saying he's an Uncle Tom like type
for having a career and a job,
yes,
and protecting everybody.
But he's doing what he feels is right. Like for all we know, he could have grown up in some type of ghetto or some type of and had this attitude like, you know what? I seen what happened as a kid growing up. I want to be a cop. I want to try to help my people because there's a lot of people that are like that.
And you know what's fucked up? A lot of people say like, why aren't there a lot of black cops in black neighborhoods? Opie and Anthony touched on the subject, and black cops called in, and they said usually black cops that grew up in those black cops that grew up in those bad neighborhoods, there's certain rules that cops can't go in their own neighborhoods because I guess they know people, all that stuff. So they're saying they can't do that. One, and two, why would black cops want to work in a bad black neighborhood? And they said, and black cops will do the same thing, where it's kind of like, so I have to be, just because I'm black, I have to work in a black neighborhood. So it's going to keep going back and forth. Nobody wants to work in a bad fucking neighborhood.
You're black, you have to work in a bad neighborhood because, you know what, you put a white cop in that neighborhood, they're going to look at as the racist, the KKK. Because you know what, me, growing up, I used to look at the same shit. When I got pulled over, when I got all my shit, I had cops not even walk to the front of my driver's side window, literally from the back window, come up to the side on some, like, they're going to hold in their gun because they felt like I was going to just randomly pull out a fucking gun and shoot them. Like, through my car, mind you. They have different protocol, different procedures that they do. So for a black cop to be in a quote-unquote black neighborhood, because I think that's stupid to even say black neighborhood, when, as I will consistently say to this day, Spanish people don't get as much of the slack and as much of the shit when you do not realize that we get the same treatment that you do as well. We just don't turn around and we don't have a Reverend Jesse Jackson or R. Sharpton.
I honestly think you're 100% right. We don't have a voice
doing that shit. Yes.
That's gonna make that sits there and actually like makes a huge big production and fucking rallies and does all this extra shit, posts it everywhere and fucking spreads it the way these people do. Like you know what I mean? Like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, like people like that, like keep this shit going. Whereas
they're
you know
race
what?
baiters.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
They're calling them race baiters.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas Spanish people don't really have that.
But so when we get with the same concept, like Spanish people are in ghettos, like y'all look at immigrants and y'all want to be immigrant jokes.
Yeah.
And blah,
if
blah,
you
blah.
really, if you really think about what's the major population of cops, it's always like it's always white people.
Over by a white guy and he barely speaks English and he's trying to talk to a cop like. That is just that's what pisses me off. That's why I say stupid racist jokes sometimes because I feel I get offended off the fact like yes I am Puerto Rican, yes I get pulled over, yes I've seen white cops treat me like shit. I've been through that shit, and then I don't have nobody to go cry to. I don't have a fucking voice technically, but everybody else they quote unquote have a voice because they got shot, they got choked. They walking around in hoodies.
We do
suspect.
too.
Let me explain.
We get all of that shit happen to us, but we don't have that person to represent us.
But you bring up the Spanish point and being the half here. I get treated the same fucking way. Like when you said the cop pulled up on you one time with the whole thing, like you're gonna shoot out the cop.
He looks like he want to fight the cop right now. People can't really see his face.
He's shaking his
but
head. But
he is shaking his head, doing the LL Cool J lick lip thing that he does, and fucking he's got his eyes squinted right now. He's just like that motherfucker.
No, but
like with the
to
fucking
be honest,
face.
I got treated the same way. I got treated like an asshole. And usually, like, there's mostly white cops around here. To be honest, like, it's not like a race thing, but for some reason there is. And it's just like I've been treated like shit. Like I've been treated like I was a dumb fuck. They ask me questions and they look at me like, why would I do that? When there was one guy when I was trying to go into my my glove compartment. And I did have a knife in there I was trying to push down, but I was also trying to get paperwork. The other cop pulled out his gun and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I told him straight out. But see, this is where the difference is. I told him straight up, I was like, I'm trying to hide my knife. And he took the knife and he looked at it and then he gave it back. He was just like, yo, you're not supposed to have this out in your car. And I was like, yeah, but blah, blah. And I talked to him straight up. But there's other cops that treat me like shit, like straight up, like you're fucking stupid, you're this. Or they try to get me. Like when I had the DWI and I had the thing on my car, the guy tried to accuse me of being drunk because I was coming home from my second job, right? And I wasn't speeding or nothing. I think I just changed lanes. I probably was like feeling music or some shit, so it might have looked like a little sketchy. He pulled me over and he was like, you had anything to drink? And I looked at him. I was like, does it look like I could have anything to drink? Like I won't be able to start my car. And then he didn't give me no tickets because he thought I was drinking.
All right. I get you and you have a point, but I'll give you my quick story. One time going to the city, everybody who's ever been to Manhattan, you know, there's signs that say, like, you know, you can't turn on certain blocks at certain times. So I went and I did that. And I basically got pulled over. Like, I was like, oh, shit. Like, the nigga pulled me over because I turned on the wrong block. And I had to, like, deal with the situation. So I got pulled over, whatever. He gave me tickets for turning on the wrong block.
Those motherfuckers.
I think my seatbelt as well. Everything was good. I drive off. I had another cop behind me. Now, they're in their patrol car. Mm-hmm. They pull me over, and I look at the white dude. Mind you, there is an African-American cop on the other side of me. And I look at him, and I'm like, what you pulled me over for? Just because, like, I cut you off, quote-unquote. Like, I had my signal on, and I went in front of you. He looks at me, and is like, oh, your cracked windshield. So I'm like, you could see from my back of my windshield, which is tinted, to the front of my car and know I had a cracked windshield. And I was like, this is bullshit. I already got pulled over within like 10 minutes ago. Like, I'm tight. So they look at me and they thinking I'm bullshitting them. And they were like, oh, if you got pulled over within the last few minutes, show me your tickets. Boom, I showed them it. They go back to their car. They look. They do whatever the fuck they do. They come back out. They give me the tickets. And they're like, oh, you know, next time, you know, just make sure you have your seatbelt. Make sure you do. Like, they, you know, the cop procedure, which certain people understand, like, they just throw out shit to just say shit.
Yeah.
and then they let me go. That's what irks me with certain cops, like, because it's
like,
nigga,
but I'm not saying cops aren't bad. I'm not saying, I know there's going to be racist cops. There's racist people generally. But the thing is, when you're rioting off of racism, that's not even racist when you don't even have all the things. Like he said, he didn't know about the Trayvon Zimmerman thing being edited. I don't think most people know about that. But most people don't even know about this part, too. Right after that, that whole thing, the Trayvon Martin thing, there was a case that 3 young black youths, as they say, killed 2 white people, a couple, just for fun. They got arrested. The black people got arrested, but they did it just for fun, they said. Nothing on the news. Nothing. But that was a race thing. They did it because they're white, and they wanted to do it. There's a video
of a cop pulling out a gun on kids snowball fighting.
Black kids? White cop, black kids?
Yes.
Okay. Well, again, not saying there's always this
there's always a level when it's a white cop and black people,
but
that is about them being black, that they take it to that level.
Yes, and
it's not always about that racial component.
But I think
sometimes it's about just like the situation that's going on outside of your fucking skin color. Like it's not
it
always
is.
about that.
But the thing is, I'm telling you, it's the fad. It's the thing to be mad about. It's the thing to riot. Let's protest. Let's do this. What happened to, like, if you think about the hippies and what they protested, like the Vietnam War back in the days, they got shot and killed for believing in what they believe in. What do we get? We get these fucking hipsters that go to fucking Wall Street and then they leave a couple days later because they're fucking bored. You know what I'm saying? And their whole thing was supposed to be like down with the man and corporates and corporate this and corporate that. Yet most of them came from rich families that just wanted to be, like the hipster, like, nah, man, I don't need this. But then they don't have, and they're doing everything with their cell phones. Like, you don't see people complaining back in like the 60s when they're like putting up not a riot, but like a whole thing, and the cops would beat the fuck out of these hippies, and they weren't crying like, you see that, man? You see that? I'm bleeding through the head. Like,
they would get hosed down. Like, there's a lot of things that were different back then.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't see them complaining because they were there for their reason they believed in. Everything is a fad now. So when you have hipsters, I seen shit when they were doing that whole Wall Street fucking, what do they call it, when they were in that fucking park or whatever, when they all camped out by Wall Street or some shit like that. Was that?
No idea.
And it happened like a couple years ago.
That's the only one I know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And all those hipsters camped out there, and it's kind of like, I seen videos where the cops would just like push them and like, get over here, like you're arrested kind of thing, because they were talking shit to the cops and trying to hit them. And then you hear the people, like, when they're recording it off their fucking smartphones, mind you.
Yeah.
You have to have money. You're not a fucking hippie if you have a smartphone. I'm sorry.
Not a hippie if you have a smartphone. Yeah. You shouldn't be on fucking.
That's kind of like a stereotype racist shit itself.
Yeah. So when you're on there,
food stamps with smartphones, like, really?
Obama
you can't
phone.
afford to buy food, but you can afford to buy an iPhone.
Goddamn right. That's how a lot of people are living off welfare in this country.
It's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
They're living
joke.
on fucking WIC and having fucking like the most expensive other shit.
Fucking joke. I don't give a shit. And I know people are gonna hit me up, or people will say like,
there's a level of truth to this.
No. People on WIC will be like, oh, but you know what? WIC has certain limitations for certain things. Yes, I know that. I'm not stupid. But motherfucker, your main concept is the fact that, since you have WIC, you could get milk, eggs, bread, the basic concepts and a few other things, and then go get an iPad or an iPhone. Yeah. That's your main concern?
You're taking advantage of a system that's
a fucking 42-inch TV? That's your main concern with your money? But you can use WIC for food? When a nigga like me gets paid fucking basically minimum wage, a little bit more than minimum wage, and I fucking look at food and be like, fuck, I can't afford this? Like, I actually gotta pay for this and pay for gas in my car and wanna buy extra accessories for my goddamn self, and I can't because I have to be fucking responsible. But since you got fucking WIC, you get away with that shit?
Plus,
fuck
not
you.
to mention that it hits you twice, because it hit you in that sense, and then you got to pay for it in taxes, too. Because the government just doesn't give them the money. the government got to get it from somewhere, and the
they
government
get it
hits
from
us
us.
with taxes.
Yep.
So other people got to pay for the fucking WIC and the people in the social services.
that.
And there's some people that validly need the help. So I'm not
Some.
criticizing everybody.
Some.
See,
So I don't want to blast everybody. I don't want it to
See,
be
and I
straight
think-
hate mail.
and I think
there's people who use the system legitimately, and there's some people who
No,
use the system
it goes-
and just
but that-
fucking fully take
I
advantage of it.
always say there's exceptions to the rule. Always. That's why when we talk about racist cops, yes, there are racist cops. There's no
Absolutely.
doubt there's racist cops. It's like fucking Boys in the Hood when that black guy, or even Don't Talk. What was that movie? Damn it.
Don't be a menace to society while drinking South Central
Don't-
juice in
without
the hood.
drinking-
I'll drink your juice in the hood.
Yeah,
social
and then
Don't be
when
menace to
Bernie
South
Mac
Central
was just
while
like,
drinking
I
your juice in
hate
the
your
hood.
black lips. I hate Oprah
Hate
because
your
she's
lips because
black.
they black.
But like, I'm pretty sure there are racist. Well, not pretty sure. I'm positive that there's racist cops. I'm positive that there's not racist cops. I'm positive that there's people on welfare that truly are on welfare because whatever reason they grew up poor, they just have in a bad way. But then there are people who abuse it. But the thing is, what's the story? What's a good story, especially on the news, or what do people want to hear? That people are doing right or people are doing wrong? They don't want to hear about a cop doing his job. It's your job. You should do it. But when a cop's not doing his job the way people want him to do it, it's a story now. So now the news people get a story. Then everyone gets all hyped up like, damn, cops aren't doing their jobs. And they make it look like, oh, shit, these people ain't doing it. So now everyone takes care. Like, everyone looks at that shit, like with the whole welfare thing, like, man, why am I paying for these poor-ass people? But some people generally do need it, and some people are abusing it. Like, fuck it, why should I work when somebody else is going to pay for me? And I could smoke weed, and I could buy a new iPad, and I could get new Jordans, and I could do this.
It's fucked up too.
That shit is what irks me, and I say this shit. How could I don't fuck it? I'll just say it like this. You know what? I don't give a shit.
Just say it. Just fucking say it. I've already been racist 16 times
Not
tonight.
even.
Yeah,
Nah, it's
and
not
we're
even
about to-
like it's
we're
not
about to
gonna.
end
It's
this
not
stuff.
even a racist thing. It's more or less like it's not saying that I don't know family. I have family members that get food stamps.
Everybody does.
Yep.
And I'm saying this shit straight off the fact. And I love my family members, but I see what they buy, and they're buying these Jordans, and they're buying these things. And I'm like, if you ever would come out your face to me, I would throw that shit in your face. 'Cause I'd be like, oh, I live where I live, but you know what? You live where you live off the fact that you get food stamps and you have a different privilege. And I'm not over here trying to collect extra shit.
Yeah.
I don't need that extra shit. Yeah, I'm a
Well, we all need it, but we're not taking it.
Yeah.
We're
No,
going
no,
out
no,
and trying to get on.
No. Nick, you said this shit a while ago. Fucking Chris said this shit a while ago. Fucking, I'm a prideful bastard. Like, I have this fucking ego or whatever it is that you want to say.
Ego.
Like, honest to God, there's nothing in this world that I want as a handout. And
Oh, yeah, we talk about this a lot.
I don't feel like I don't need the government to help me. I don't need my parents to help me. I don't need fucking friends to help me.
Yeah.
Like, if you help me, thank you, good, pat on the back. Hey, it is what it is. But at the same time, I'll figure out my way. I'll figure out a way. I'll do what I have to do.
And we talked about this before, too, but a lot of things when people help out, like, not talk about government shit, but, like, generally speaking, with the whole helping out thing, it's kind of like people have this kind of like, you owe me now, I feel. Like,
now that I've helped you, now what are you gonna do for me?
yeah, but it's
Like,
not even. But it's not just like, what are you gonna do for me? It's kind of like, okay, I'll put it this way. Like, me and Chino, when we were talking, like, we would always say, like, if Chino says I got it, because me and Chino don't got money like that, but if I needed a couple $100, he got it on him. Chino would say like, yo, like, I'll give it to you. And I would tell him, like, thank you, I'll do the same for you, but I wouldn't want it from him. Not because I don't want his money, like, unless, I don't know what
keep
that
going,
is.
asshole. That's
I
what
don't
that
know.
means. That means just keep going. You're gonna fuck up the flow.
Oh, it's
They're over there. There's one in there.
No, there's one on the edge of the bed, too. All the way at the edge of the bed, over there. Oh, my God, just throw shit. Like I didn't pay for it.
You're supposed to keep going. You're supposed to keep this.
I am. I'm still talking.
You're not keeping the show going. There was like 10 minutes while you were waiting for me to get the fucking shit.
Well, because I didn't know what this means.
That
what
means
does this
keep
mean?
the fucking. He was like this. He was like, keep going.
I know, but he went like
time.
this.
Because I did this and then I said
Yeah,
controller.
But
that's
he
why I
keep
said
going.
I don't know if he's trying to
didn't.
tell me something and he's moving his fingers like this. I don't
When
know
I
what that
do
means.
this, that means keep going. It's
I
like 2
understand.
minute drill, nigga. 2 minute
It's
drill.
like you gotta pay
Anyway.
attention better, bro.
Anyway.
You can't
Shut
fuck up the show like this.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Really?
Anyway,
really,
my
Nick?
point with the whole Chino thing was just like when it comes to me, like me and Chino, or me and my dad, whatever. Not just them, but just saying like
Racist.
there's certain people. It's racist because they're Puerto Rican.
Exactly.
Puerto Rican.
You just hang out with the fucking Puerto Ricans.
Anyway, but
And
like
Jesse Jackson
there's
all
a
day.
certain respect with it when it's like Chino won't be, because Chino would know that once I get the money, I'll give it right to him. Like when I got the DWI, I needed a little bit of cash for the lawyer. Chino gave me what he got, and the rest of it was off me. All my money that I got, like that was to me, give right to him right away. But that's why we talk about it, because I knew he would do the same for me. Like if he needed a certain amount of money and I had it, I know that he will pay me back. Even if it takes years, whatever, I know he will pay me back and not forget. There's certain people that will pay you back and not even mention it again. Like, take your money and not even mention it again. But it's kind of like that's how I feel people are. It's kind of like, and it's not about like the whole like, now you owe me, but I think a lot of people do that. So it's like, say, I'm not saying that you are like this, but say like you're the person, you helped me out. Now you're going to kind of look at me like,
I'd be throwing death threats at you.
You're not.
I owed you money.
Yeah, right.
if you owe me money, like I'm throwing fucking rocks
Like,
to your
Nick,
window.
where's my $100?
Where's my money? Like I'm going Family Guy with it. I'm gonna just catch you on the stairwell.
But some
start
people
hitting
like
you.
that. But it's
You got money
like,
for a fake mustache when you ain't got my money?
But it's because a lot of people won't fucking pay you back. Like they don't give a shit about you. So they'll take your money and they'll be like, my bad, you gave me the money, but I don't have the money still. Like, but it could be like, it's not even about not having the money still, but they'll buy, like he said, a fucking new shoes, a new outfit, a fucking thing, or this or that. And it's kind of like, motherfucker, I'm right here. I gave you this money.
Like
You're
you
not
bought
even
all
giving
this
no
shit,
respect.
but you ain't even pay me a little bit back.
Exactly.
Pay me a portion
You're not
back.
even giving me a handout.
Even if you bought some new Jordans or whatever, you couldn't even give me a portion of what you owed me.
And
like,
again,
you just
like,
spent all that shit on yourself.
Like hearing it back is kind of like, it sounds contradicting, but it's not. It's about respect. It's about like, now I know that you know that like I'm helping you out, so you're gonna try to like help me out. Like if you know that I'm not doing well with money, and I give you my money because you need more help.
Some
at the
people
time.
ain't like that though. Some people really like are funny about their money.
Yeah,
they'll do for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They won't do for anybody else.
Yeah.
See, like a lot of people like they just only really focus on themselves. To like, and not to sound like I'm fucking perfect or anything. But me, I try, like if I catch that somebody's in a situation, I straight up ask them. I'm like, yo, you need something? You need this? You need that? Like, some people are too proud to even ask.
No, it's true.
No. But some people are too proud to even ask. Some people, even if you could legit catch them in a situation where they fucking like don't want, like, you know, they need money, they won't come out their face and ask. But like, oh no, I came up with this. I got this. I'm doing this.
I live in a fucking box.
Like they're like this asshole. No, I've asked him before if he needed shit.
Yeah,
and
but
he's been like,
this nigga was willing to drive me up the block to my damn house, and I'll tell him no.
like even little shit like that, and he'll be like, no, I'm good by myself.
But you know what
bitch,
it is?
It's like 20 minutes away. Like, what the fuck is wrong?
I know,
you?
But that's also
like,
kind of a thing. That's what we're talking about too. It's kind of like there's this one time like
it's one thing if you're like, you know, if you take advantage, but it's one thing if you're like you never fucking take person up on their goddamn offer on anything.
But you know, I do the same
shit. I can't even buy you fucking nuggets, you piece of shit. My money's not good enough for you. I'll be fucking choke right now, you asshole. I'm not even gonna fucking get you CPR. Right, I'm gonna fucking no Heimlich or nothing. I'm gonna just fucking kick you, fucking piece of shit.
No, but
goddamn racist. Like it's because my money's too Puerto Rican for you. I feel like.
Oh shit! You knocked the mic outside.
You know I ain't let it hit the floor, right? You notice I ain't let it hit the floor, right?
Shit.
I was like, I'm just fucking around. I just wanted the sound effect to make the dramatic
but
effect.
I do get where he's coming from too. It's kind of like
I don't get what the fuck he's coming from. Even if you don't need the help, if you just,
it's good to get the help, but at the same time, it is a prideful thing because again, I think it's the
if you don't have a goddamn car, and somebody asks you need a ride, you know this fucking, it's not a stranger, you're not a fucking hitchhiker. It's not like fucking what's that dude's name in Harold and Kumar, the Freak Show. It's not Freak Show picking you up. Your regular goddamn, it's your regular goddamn relative
Hey,
taking you around the fucking
we're
block to
going
your
on.
house. You gotta be like, no, I'm gonna fucking walk because
it's
I
not
don't
that.
believe in you.
It's not
Bitch. Go purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Like, what are you saying
it's
about
not-
me if you can't even take the goddamn
No,
ride?
but it's not about you. That's what we're trying to
No,
say.
no, asshole.
But it's not
It's
about
not.
you.
It's no. It is.
I'll give
It
you.
is.
I'll give you my quick breakdown. It's not about
Because you
anybody.
grimy, Chris. No.
I know. Now I feel like a dick. I'm like, I'm sitting home comfortably. I'm like, yeah, he's
Like-
walking home. It's like negative 12 degrees outside. I offered. He didn't want to take. Did you offer
My
firmly
whole
enough?
thing,
Maybe he just wasn't
certain
aggressive.
people
Maybe you
won't
just
understand this if you lived on Long Island and you live in the same area as me.
area.
You'll understand
Okay.
it. I grew up with that attitude. I walked home from playing baseball in cleats, like, and not
son.
taking rides that people ask. Like,
Fuck,
my mom just taught me that. Like, yeah, it is cool sometimes to do
You're gonna
that,
get molested if you take
but
a
you
ride.
need to understand yourself as like you have to do for yourself. There's a point in time where you could take help, but there's a point in time where you need to be your own person and be yourself and do what you have to do for yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at Chris with his stupid. He has like a-
Yeah,
I have
his
to keep
headphones
one
look
ear out.
retarded
I
on
can't
me.
keep
Yeah.
both ears in it.
Yeah.
It feels weird to me. But
Anyway.
you fucking up his point.
Nah, but
No,
he's
his
not
point,
because I
he said it.
no matter what I'm gonna say it. Like that's where I come from, even still
He
to
don't
this
want
day.
nothing,
Like
niggas.
And I
But
know
we-
his mom.
but
His
we-
mom is the same way as him.
But-
his mom will be walking from like 5 miles away and see you driving by. No, I'm good. I'm gonna keep
But
fucking
you know,
walking.
well,
I just
I don't
do what
know.
I
Is
gotta
your mom
do.
is your mom the youngest in her family?
no, she's actually the oldest now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a young syndrome because I had the same thing where, like, I even told my sister, and I think she might have got upset, but I hope not, but because she's probably gonna end up listening to this too. But I did have this conversation with her. Like, I was saying, like, if I moved out when I did moved out, like, I wouldn't want to move back in, and she was just like, she's said like, you're welcome anytime. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to move back in the house, and she kind of looked at me almost like, why? Like, what did I
Yeah,
do?
no, I get
But
you.
it's not about her. It was just kind of like, I feel like I'm moving. Like, I feel like people are gonna
You
look at me.
backstepping, which-
Yeah, and
then
it's
they
gonna
can say
like,
shit.
yeah, and I'm the youngest in the
Yeah.
family, so everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, say he needs help. Like, maybe not like openly, but you know, subconsciously, but like, yeah, of course he's gonna need help. He's the youngest. He doesn't know what he's doing. But at me, that's why I said, like, I'd rather live in my car and be homeless than, like, if I can't pay rent, then move somewhere. Like, say if I move out of Yahira's house and I move somewhere and I can't pay rent, I'd rather move in my car than move back here, because then it's kind of like now it's like a burden. Like, I feel like I'm a burden to Yahira or my sister if I move back in.
Well, you are because you're white. You look kind of like hairy, like a goddamn gorilla. You ever seen the movie Congo?
Coming from this
He's the
guy
white gorilla.
with the fucking hairy ass arms.
Well, yeah, well,
That's true. I get
I'm thermally insulated. I mean, I'm gonna say you look like kind of one of the gorillas from Congo.
Like the pale gorillas? Like
Yeah,
the
pale
albino
gorillas.
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it's not. I don't.
So it's like Yahara will be adopting a pale volcano gorilla.
I know, and I'll probably end up having the smallest room there and just like, shut up, Nick, because I'll be
Maybe
downstairs.
throwing
and,
fucking like
like, "Can't do a
pineapples and
podcast in
bananas
this
at you
room."
and shit. Like fucking Donkey Kong,
But
might
no,
be this
like,
week.
it's
knuckle dragger.
Yo,
wow.
I'll let you know.
How is
any-
that racist if I'm
for
using it against a
anybody-
white guy?
For anybody. Oh my god. How do I? Oh, okay. They're talking about something else. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off anyway. We're about to end this. So
Have
say
we been
goodbye.
going on a rant? This just felt like a way more serious.
No, it was.
serious
We did good.
podcast
We talked about a lot
than,
more
than,
serious
than,
shit,
than
yeah.
We
the
did
last
act-
time.
we did
I
good.
felt like there wasn't a lot of a comical thing like last time, which your phone is really you're the producer and the goddamn anchor, and your phone is gonna go off really in the middle of a fucking tirade. I'm upset. I feel like fucking throwing
Why are you
something at
talking
you.
right now? I don't.
All right, real quick.
Yeah, it went back to you.
No.
about
Yeah,
pride,
I know
not
that
about
just
pride.
happened.
Okay,
But wait,
okay.
before you go on to your next point, what the fuck was it saying?
We're about to close
As
this
he
stuff
shuts
down.
me down.
I felt like this was a more serious fucking
It was,
podcast.
and we did a
I
good
felt like
job.
we didn't have enough of the comical stuff with it.
Comical's common, people. We're learning this
It's
shit.
going to happen.
We're
It's
learning
a
this
whole
shit.
learning process.
It's
It's got to have a funny level to it.
The other
Like we got
podcast
to make
we're
fun
referring
of,
to is we
of
did one like 2
the
weeks
bald
ago,
people and
but
the
it
bald
was
ding
just
people.
all over the places, and
It's gonna be on like the non-release tapes
Yeah.
when we become famous.
Like,
We're
we'll
gonna
just throw it
release
out there.
mixtapes and shit.
Yeah, But whatever. This is the
Fucking
second,
DJ Who Kid.
This is the first, second podcast, whatever you want to call it.
The second,
But
first
we got to
one.
end this because we don't want to go 2 hours like we did last time.
Are we going to do our emails and Twitter?
I'm about to do that again.
He did it at the beginning, which probably took like a fucking hour or like 3.5 hours at the beginning of the fucking episode.
All right, so you want to shut
now
up
he's
so
gonna
I
do
can give
another
all
one.
the things?
I mean, no, I really don't. I mean, but go ahead.
So you're going to let me talk now?
I'm gonna interrupt you. I'm just jump right in and fuck up your whole shit.
Anyway, for anyone
Just get ready for
who
it.
wants to contact
At any minute.
us.
You better focus. You're the goddamn anchor. You're supposed to be able to steer this
All right.
fucking boat.
We're
floating
Facebook,
in the middle of the Pacific.
Instagram, and
We're
Gmail
not even next to the
at
Antarctic.
2.5 Freakins.
You better
Spell
be able to
that
keep it
out,
going.
2.5 Freakins. We're on Twitter at
Spell
the
that
number
out.
2.5 Freakins. And a half Freakins, you got it spelled out, but it's a number 2 on the Twitter. So if you want to reach us there. Get us some hate mail. I don't give a shit.
Andrew's throwing gang signs.
Andrew's throwing gang signs.
I don't know what
Chris
the
is
fuck he's
talking
trying
shit.
to say.
Go to Chris and then go to me.
Okay, so anyway, we're gonna close this out now. Apparently, I'm supposed
Everybody
to go to
apparently
Chris.
has final thoughts
So-
right now.
This is
So
this
here's
is
my
everyone's
final thought,
thoughts.
people.
All right, go ahead.
So as my final thought, this is like the Jerry Springer show right now. I just want to say, for all you fucking, did he just put a fucking music like
he
to
really
cut me
did
off?
Cut you off hard.
Yo, like, did he just really fucking do
Go
that?
ahead, go ahead.
No, I can't even fucking continue with that shit in the background.
Quick final thought from Andrew. Here we go. This is how it is. Holler at us at Half a Ricans on Twitter.
He didn't even
Same
give the
shit
right
with-
goddamn website.
Is that the website?
2.5
Oh,
Ricans, you
2.5
fucking
Ricans.
weirdo.
2.5
On
Freakins.
Twitter at the real this 86 on Twitter. That's my own personal website.
Nikki Swag 13, Twitter, Instagram.
If anything, just talk. That's all it is. Holla at your boy.
I don't believe in social media. Don't look for me.
Yeah.
Chris is very antisocial
I hate
/
all of you
non-
people.
He's at
non-smart.
yeah.
So
I'm antisocial. I'm smart. I'm just antisocial. I hate everybody. I only know these two bitches. That's like 3 people I know in my life.
we can really work
That's
out
all
some
he needs
shit.
to know because he's a loser.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty
Anyway,
much.
we're ending this shit, and I don't know if I should play this because it's kind of corny. But
Nah, that's a great fucking song for him.
He's gonna play it out to some Katy Perry.
Oh, we
the
should.
same shit that she was singing in the Super Bowl. Oh, we're gonna play the shit from the interview, the fireworks shit.
I know, right?
That's the shit we're gonna end off to.
So say goodnight, everybody.
Fuck you.
Maybe next week or maybe this week again we'll do another one. Who knows?
Let's give it a
Peace
shot.
out.
Let's see what happens.
So we shot.
We wasn't done. Cut us off. I'm still talking.